So yeah, now we can continue and go to the real stuff for tonight. And it has been already an hour just for this game to finish and get everything on video. Not doing it myself. Not doing it myself. Oh shit. Sorry. Anyway, I got this like first slop. You send it out of the pack like yesterday, I guess. So I'm curious about it. Who would fall for this trap? I will. I will. Maybe this is a bit too loud. Oh, it's the same. But like, I'm pretty sure everyone will fall for this trap. Not gonna lie. To Picard, really. It was, you know, from the start, from Tuesday. I cannot like ignore this. I cannot forget about those stuff you showed me. Never. It even influenced my yesterday meal. You saw the picture on Discord, right? An inspiration. It's not really the good stuff, but yeah, it's close enough. You try to run to avoid the vet.
Allez, non, 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 c'est par là. C'est par là. Non.
Oh yeah, poor sausage.
Non, 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 non.
Poor sausage.
Non, allez là.
She knows. I guess that's a girl, but she knows, yeah. Oh yeah,
Allez, viens,
you
là, c'est ici. Là.
you are fucked.
Allez, viens.
She knows.
Vétérinaire. Allez.
She's smelling the... She's smelling that something is wrong.
Là, non. Viens, on y va. Allez.
Oh shit.
Viens,
Poor
là.
girl.
Allez, on y va. Allez.
Poor girl. She doesn't want to.
Viens. Pas grave, c'est juste pour des vaccins.
Oh yeah. Poor girl. Oh, we got more. Charlie cart. Ooh, I want to see this. I enjoyed my meal a lot. Ooh, okay. Interesting. You know what's interesting in this video? They're using like SM64 music, not Super Mario Kart 64 music. Why? But that's cool, nice concept. But you need more dogs to make like a full circuit, a full race. Oh shit. What's that? Oh, it's this dude again.
Vitesse, j'ai vraiment besoin de cela. Ma matriarche souffre d'un manque partiel de logis. Je réside présentement avec mon paternel et je tente de lui venir en assistance. Vitesse, je regarde votre performance actuelle. Pourquoi tentez-vous de dissimuler votre grimace? Cela m'apparaît irrespectueux au plus haut point.
Oh shit, and this one is not working. How do you say seal in French?
Fuck. What about pushed, poussé, and shower, douche? So how would you say this?
It's going way too fast. You don't have time to react to anything.
Theo pushed me into the shower. Fuck ma pussy dans la douche.
Yeah, of course.
How do you say seal in French? Fuck. What about
This is not 100% true, because, you know, seal, this could be different stuff. There is seal, the animal, and there is seal, the stuff, you know, on paper, on, you know, the magical ninja seal, you know. That's why you send this meme for context for this one. The animal in this context, yeah.
Pussy and shower, douche. So how would you say the seal pushed me into the shower and fuck my pussy dans la douche?
Yeah, of course. Of course. Oh shit. This guy is here. That means, oh yeah. AI, right? Oh yeah. Pretty cool. This one is nice. This one is nice. Oh shit. Give me a second. We don't like those fucking bots. Sorry. We don't like those fucking bots. Oh, another one like that? Come on. It's not like you can send porn on Instagram anyway. Who would do this? Oh, this one is in... There's Arabic stuff. What is happening? Oh shit. His face. He's not really having the face. Yeah. What the heck with the picture on top? Just missing one stuff, you know, dildo shaped fence. I don't know. Do you get it? If it was this, yeah, the dildo shaped stuff. Grab one and have fun. Smooth operator by Study Indian accent cover. Scam operator. What?
Scam operator. Scam operator. No need to ask, he's a scam operator. Scam operator. Scam operator. Scam operator.
Nice. I love the scam operator. Scam operator. Oh shit. And now the Greasy Overdrive is insane. Oh no, those guys, those NPCs.
100 glizzies and dream glizzy overdrive.
You know, this kind of TikTok shit, and people are like really paying for this, like a shitload of money out of nowhere. What the heck?
Increasing grip by 7%. We are locked in. Thank you for over 160 glizzies and doing glizzy overdrive.
Yeah. Just enter the Glizzy Overdrive, yeah, sure. Why not? Why not? Oh, shit. There was stuff to watch. And, oh yeah, inside a 23 million penthouse in an exclusive billionaire resort. I don't remember which one we said we wanted to see. Like, you know, disturbing games, disturbing stuff, you know, this is the real deal for reaction videos. Because there is always so much more to say. But this one could be, you know, maybe in the same vibe as the aura farming and aura maxing dudes with the sunglasses. Could be nice. Oh shit. A ghetto in Paris. Solo walkthrough in Clichy-sous-Bois. Oh shit. Oh shit. We also got this one inside a 54 million billionaire. What do you mean 54 million billionaire? This is not billion anymore. And Komi block sucks actually. What the fuck is that? What the heck is that? You know what? I'm feeling like to do this one tonight.
Most disturbing games follow the same formula.
Shit, stop, okay? This is why you came here, yeah, I guess. Disturbing, we said last stream. Okay, so we are doing for it. Rich millionaire, trillionaire. Hey, can you link funny video too? You can. Just do it. I will grab it and we can watch it after this one. You're welcome. You can do it, of course. I'm taking anyone's videos. Anyone's. And hello there, anyway. So, what do we have there? Just clicking and because, you know, I need to re-grab this a bit differently. The funniest jokes that are slightly edgy. Yeah, let me just grab it like here. 20 hours ago. Ooh, this is kinda new here. Funniest jokes. I will need to type this like that because, you know, I got the link on one computer and got the stream on another because, yeah, I'm like that. I'm like that. Why am I only having... Okay. It's there. I got it. I got it. So you are welcome. You are welcome. Oh, you know each other? Hi, phonic streams. Well, welcome. And oh, wait, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Ooh, it's made by you. Interesting. Very interesting. And 2 minutes long. Yeah, sure. So if you don't mind, I will start in order with this, and after I will watching yours. So yeah, I hope you're okay with that. But it's there, and I will see it and show it. Okay, so here we go for the disturbing games based on true events. Let's see what do we have.
Jump scare, a chase scene, then repeat. But these ones are different because they actually happened. These are disturbing games based on true events. In Town of Light, you play as Renee, a 16-year-old girl exploring the...
Oh yeah, she's definitely 16 with a face like that. Definitely not doing fentanyl or anything.
Ruins of a
Related.
psychiatric hospital. She's trying to piece together her own past. Her memories are scattered and fragmented, and as you walk through the empty light isn't just kept inside it. This is Volterra Psychiatric Hospital.
Okay, this is what we want to see. The real stuff, not the game.
Unlike most horror games that create fictional settings, this one places you in a world that once existed. A place where real people lived, suffered, and in many cases, never left.
What is it saying? Chatbot? Almost, you know. I'm reading Chabcot. You're just reversing the B and the C and you got Chatbot.
So real people lived, suffered, and in many cases, never left. Volterra was one of Italy's most well-known asylums. It was built in the late 1800s, during a time when mental illness was widely misunderstood. At its peak, it held over 6,000 patients, a staggering number for a single facility. But Volterra wasn't...
Yeah, that's insane. Like, you're putting 100 people in each rooms, which is why they are going nuts anyway.
It was a place of isolation, where people society didn't understand were locked away. Many of the people sent to Volterra weren't exactly what we would consider mentally ill today. Some people were put there for conditions like depression, anxiety, epilepsy, or even something as simple as just being a little...
Wow, what a cool place. Only depressed anxiety people and epilepsy people. All together. What do you want? What do you want more?
From the norm. Women in particular were often institutionalized for being too emotional or...
Yeah. Why not? Girls are being girls, put them here. We don't care. You know, they are girls, they are always hysterical and stuff. Maybe this is because you are not fucking her the correct way. Who knows?
difficult to control. Others ended up there simply because their families didn't want
Ooh, interesting faces there.
them anymore. And once you were admitted, There was very little hope of leaving. Over the years, the hospital developed a reputation for its cruel treatments. Patients were subjected to electroshock therapy, often without anesthesia, and in some cases,
Interesting.
doctors performed lobotomies, procedures that
Oh, the video quality is very bad here. I don't know why.
left patients in a zombie-like state, while others
Like, is
were
it in the
simply
game?
locked in dark, cramped rooms for days or weeks at a time. One of the most disturbing moments in Town of Light is when Renee recalls being restrained and sedated.
This is looking like a bit lewd. Sorry. So I guess stuff like that happened in there too, which is
This wasn't
Yeah,
exaggerated for effect.
they're
It was
great.
standard practice within the real hospital. Patients who resisted treatment were often tied to their beds for days, injected with high doses of sedatives to keep them docile, or locked
for days. How can you even go to shit when you are, on the table like that? Probably bird because it's graphic. No shit. No shit.
in isolation rooms with no explanation. These treatments certainly weren't meant to help, they were more meant to control. Once inside Volterra, leaving was nearly impossible. The
Oh
very
wow. And they got no teeth anymore. Maybe some people were making collections in this kind of, establishments. I don't know. Holding table. They shit the bed, yes, I guess. And do you think they were washing this afterwards? Or maybe, they are letting the stain here and putting other people on it. Ugh, disgusting.
psychiatric commitment laws, and that the patients had no real voice. They were labeled as insane, and anything they said in their defense was dismissed as delusional. Families often
Yeah, sure. But if something like this is happening, you just have to say like very banal stuff like, oh hey, did you know like trees got leaves? And suddenly those people were like, he's delusional! Trees doesn't have leaves! Or doesn't have branches, and it will be very hard for them to justify everything. You can't say, look, the sun is high in the sky. And they will be like, this guy is insane. Oh no, what can we do? He's delusional. There is no sky, there is no sun anymore. We are living in the year 3000. The sun exploded, and the humanity is living underground in a spaceship. Yeah, just a small ship, not a spaceship,
relinquished all legal control, leaving the hospital's administrators with absolute power over their lives.
And this is how we are ruining like very serious videos about like very hard topic like this, with talking about shit and sun and trees.
Patients spent decades institutionalized for conditions that modern medicine would very
Ooh, this is indeed looking like modern medicine, but I do remember a scene like this in The Expandable, right? Maybe this is where they took the inspiration,
easily treat, while others never left at all. But perhaps the most haunting detail is what happened when Volterra finally closed. In 1978, Italy passed a law shutting
1978, this is not too far away from us. I mean, I guess none of us were born yet. Maybe my parents were? I guess my parents were born
down many
already.
psychiatric hospitals, including Volterra. But when the doors closed, many patients were left abandoned. They had nowhere to go, no families to return.
Ubi ti amo! Best place to write this here. The best place to share the love with people. What the fuck?
Some just took to wandering the streets, being
Don't do that, don't show your love to your loved one into a psychiatric hospital. Maybe they will not like it.
and forgotten. In the Town of Light, you see this desolation firsthand. The game doesn't fill the hospital with ghosts or supernatural creatures. It doesn't really need to. The actual horror lies in what actually happened, what was allowed to happen for decades.
So, I guess we got footage of the game and
2010,
archives.
a German game developer named Jens Stober created a video
Is it me or the video is lagging a little bit? You know, going boop, 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 boop. Just take me and my webcam, you know, going.
game that almost no one would think to make. It wasn't about a haunted house or being chased by monsters. It was something much more real. Something
Much more real. Okay, because the previous one wasn't real, apparently. Murder. Is it like murder or like the Mordor in the Lord of the Rings?
still
But no, you know, there is the small spot on the O, like it's a monster, you know. You got the eyes, you got the mouth, and you got like teeth. Only two, by the way, because you know, this monster is a murder. A murder? Murder. I don't
the
know.
minds of those who lived through it. The game was called 1,378 kilometers.
This could be the name of a pizza place, by the way.
To the exact length of the border that once divided East
One does not simply
and West
walk into the murder.
Germany during the Cold War.
Yeah.
This wasn't just a history lesson. To understand why this game caused so much outrage, you need to know that after World War II, Germany was
Ooh, an outrage about a game talking about Germans during the 13th century? Huh? What? There wasn't, you know, Nazi at this point of the earth.
split in half. The Western
That's
side
weird.
became a democracy backed by the US, UK, and its allies, while the
20th centuries, Fox,
Eastern side
Das Auto.
became a communist state controlled by the Soviet Union. The problem being was that life in the East was miserable. The government controlled nearly every aspect of daily life.
Yeah, this is why they are reaching shut the fuck up.
And people weren't allowed to leave. By the late 1950s, millions had already fled to the West in search of a better life.
I guess
The
this is
solution,
true,
according to
yeah.
West German leaders was simple: build.
Yeah, this is exactly what's happening nowadays too. And thanks to the Germans and the European Union. You know, them again. I was talking with a friend today about how the Fourth Reich will come soon. And sooner that we can expect, I guess, when you see how everything is going on.
In 1964,
So yeah,
the
definitely
Berlin Wall
real.
was constructed, a deadly barrier stretching across Germany, trapping millions of people inside the communist-controlled East. And it wasn't just
Oh yeah,
a
the
wall, it was a
famous
killing
wall.
zone. Border guards were ordered to shoot them. Fast forward to 2010,
Shoot.
and this is exactly what the game recreated. As you have the option,
I
to
will,
play
you know,
as these
go
bodyguards,
skip a
your
little
job
bit
was to
because
stop defectors from escaping. And
this guy is over-explaining everything and I definitely don't.
stopping them didn't just mean
Everything is written in German, by the way. Vergatterung, Grenzverletzt, der sind aufzuspruren, zu verhaften oder zu vernichten.
blocking their path. It made
What does
them
that-
options
what does
to
that
shoot
mean?
them. That was the moment the game crossed the line.
What do you mean?
Survivors of the Berlin Wall.
Oh, suddenly English, freedom. Fake, because you know, German are not speaking English. Especially not during the war, you know, they were against the English stuff, so this is fake, this footage is fake. German cannot write freedom. It's not in their language. Fake one, just like the moon, you know, people on the moon, fake. Freedom in Germany, fake.
Era, many of whom had lost family members to the border shootings. were
Oh shit, that's a lot
horrified.
of
News outlets
graves.
called the game disgusting and offensive. Many saw it as an insult to those
Punch in the face.
who had died trying to escape. Chris Geffroy,
Wow, shot again emotionally. If you got shot, most of the time you are dead, so how can you get shot a second time emotionally? Like a ghost? The ghost is emotionally, you know, dead again.
one of the last people
Comedy in Germany? Fake, yeah. We do not speak the English.
Shot
Indeed.
directly to the west, was gunned down at just
The
20 years
English.
old for attempting to escape a life he
Oh yeah. I wasn't born yet, but almost.
never chose. Was this game really an educational experience, as the developer claimed, or was it something
Yeah.
worse? A simulation of murder wrapped in the excuse of history.
Wow, murder simulation. Nobody did that before. No GTA, no Manhunt, nothing like that. No Call of Duty. No, nothing. No dead simulation.
The backlash was so strong that just days before its official release, the game was pulled. Jens Sturber defended his work, saying that he never meant to glorify violence. Instead, he wanted players to understand the weight of history. But to many, that wasn't enough.
Yeah, it's fake, it's okay. It's history. It's too violent. Well, because history is violent anyway.
Escalating.
Yeah, every game in history almost, yeah.
October 3rd, 2010 was supposed to be.
I mean, even think about it. Mario is just killing turtles. And everyone's okay with that.
Symbolic. It fell on Germany Unity Day, a national holiday celebrating the reunification of East and West Germany. But instead of serving as a moment of reflection, as the developer would have hoped, the timing only added fuel to the fire. Critics saw it as
Oh yeah. I hope he will not pull the pickaxe too much far away behind him, because he will kill people there.
So almost like a slap in the face to those who had suffered under the Berlin Wall. Jens didn't cancel
Yeah,
it
nice.
entirely, but he postponed its release indefinitely, saying he needed to rethink how it's going to be presented. He insisted that he never meant to offend anyone, and that his goal was to only educate.
Okay,
But many
cool.
twits
He doesn't
say
want
that
to
today,
offend anyone.
1,378 kilometers remains an obscure game, mostly discussed rather than played. This video is sponsored by that link.
No,
Velvet
I don't know who is the sponsor, but it's not mine, sorry.
Assassin is a stealth action game that dropped in 2009, letting players step into the shoes of a
I was expecting like much more paranormal stuff.
World War II spy named Violet
But
Summer.
this is shoot with Violet Summer. Oh, I guess she's only living. Sorry, she's only living in summer.
It plays like a typical wartime thriller, sneaking through enemy bases, taking down high-ranking officers, and sabotaging Nazi operations.
That's just an excuse to see the booty.
But what most players might not realize is that Velvet Assassin is directly inspired by a real-life secret agent. But her story is based on Violet Sabo, a British spy.
Wow, and they got the same name. Is it a coincidence? I don't think so.
Operated
No.
in Nazi-occupied France. Sabo wasn't just any soldier. She was part of the
Oh,
Special
shoot.
Operations Executive.
Ooh, Special Operations Executive. Only from 1940 to 1945. That's not a very great Special Operations Executive, in my opinion, you know. Only living for 5 years. You know, there is streamers living more than this.
Or SOE for short. It was a covert British group that sent agents behind enemy lines during World War II. These weren't just standard soldiers.
They were all looking like very British, you know. This is definitely my common British face. You know, this one is definitely like British for real. Look at this. Look at the ratio between the head and the face. I shouldn't laugh at that. And this one is also like, you know, stereotypical British. But all the other ones, maybe this is the new British, you know, they are all looking like this nowadays. I don't know.
Sent agents behind enemy
I
lines
don't
during
know.
World War II. These weren't just standard soldiers. They were saboteurs, intelligence.
Szabo, Zbuzba, Zbuzbu, I cannot say it, is Hungarian, I see. This is 80% of Britain, yeah, kinda.
Gatherers and assassins, trained to fight and disrupt the enemy from within. Velvet Assassin places you in similar high-stakes missions, sneaking through dark corridors, hiding in shadows, and eliminating officers with silenced weapons. But what Velvet Assassin doesn't tell you is
Nice.
that the real Violet story had no
Silenced
clue what the
weapon
enemy
as an
did, the
assassin.
luxury of a health bar or
Genius.
checkpoints. The game might be inspired by
Genius.
the story, but it leaves out the most chilling details. And what happened to the real spy was far more disturbing than anything you see in game. The real Violet was born in France.
Yeah, it's disturbing because nobody knows, you know, that the principle of a spy, you like a ninja, you know, you don't know anything.
In 1921, but grew up in London when World
And this is why all the people in the world are thinking ninjas are over, because just they are getting good, like so good you cannot notice them anymore. You know, they had like 5,000 years to upgrade their skills, and now they are just impossible to see, which is why, you know, you are not encountering any.
War II broke out. She married a French foreign legionnaire named Etienne Sabot, who later died in battle. His death fueled her determination to fight back against the Nazis, and in 1943 she was picked up by the SOE. Sabot
There is a
was
lot
sent
of
on
stuff
her
about
first
the
mission to
Germans
France in
there.
April of 1944, just 2 months before the D-Day invasion. Her job was to gather intelligence, coordinate sabotage operations, and arm local resistance fighters. She completed the mission successfully and returned to England, but the fight wasn't quite over yet. Her second mission would be her last. In June of 1944, just
she dead.
after D-Day, Sabot parachuted back into France. Her new mission was to help organize resistance fighters and disrupt German
How is it possible to have like that much photography of your spy? You know, is it like James Bond? You know, everyone knows the James Bond and everyone knows his face. At this point, you're not a spy anymore. You're just a superstar.
reinforcements moving towards
That's
Normandy.
weird. That's
But
kind of
before she
weird.
could fully complete her objective, she and her team were ambushed by Nazi soldiers at a roadblock near the town of Salon-la-Tour. The Velvet Assassin version of this moment would likely show our spy fighting her way out, escaping into the night. But in reality, Sabot had no such luck. With no way out, she covered for her comrades, holding off the enemy with a Sten gun while they escaped. She fought until she ran out of ammunition, and then she was captured. At first, she was taken to Limoges,
Just
where she
captured.
endured brutal interrogations at the hands of the Gestapo. But despite their torture, she
I'm not sure. None of them know where to look. Like this one is looking like the pigeon. This one was looking at his idol, I guess. This one was just lacking of sleep. Like it was like 3 weeks sleep deprivation. This one wasn't sure, you know, the body is looking like left or right from his point of view, but the head, you know, the eyes were looking on the other direction, like something is happening. This one, I guess, yes. This one wasn't very sure. This one too. Something was happening, you know, on this side of the photography here. You cannot see it anymore, but yeah. And yeah, this one, he was posing already, you know, he knew his next job. It was becoming a top model.
refused to give up any information. Instead of breaking, she responded with sarcasm, even mocking her captors. This defiance only made things worse for her. From Limoges, she was transferred to Fresnes prison in Paris, where she was held in solitary
The French prison in Paris, yeah.
confinement. Then, in August of 1944, as the Allies pushed further into France, she was sent to Ravensbrück concentration camp in Tours.
It's not possible. This couldn't be France. There is too much white people. There is way too much white people. France is not like white. Just so you know, okay? France was created by Africans. According to Africans.
Allies pushed further into France. She was sent to Ravensbrück concentration camp in Germany. This is where her story took its most tragic turn. Ravensbrück was a prison. It was a nightmare.
The Nazi stuff again.
It was here that Violet Sabot spent months enduring forced labor, starvation.
Oh shit, that's a leprechaun. That's a leprechaun. And this one is hiding like the gold. It should be somewhere, you know, at the end of a rainbow.
Unimaginable cruelty. Then,
You can recognize them because they are in green and got like a gnome face.
enduring forced labor.
That's it, right? That's a gnome face, isn't it?
Starvation and unimaginable cruelty. Then, in early 1945, just a few months before the war would end, she was taken to an execution site.
Like, were they happy to be here, or was they like captive or something like that? Because you know, this one looks kinda. She's restraining a smile, and this one too. This one is just doing the duck face, like the on Instagram, and this one just doesn't give a fuck. And this one, you know, she knows she's there for having a good fun. She's like, I don't really get it. Only this one is looking like, yeah. But this one is also like, she doesn't give a shit about anything.
45, just a few months before the war would end.
That's weird.
Execution site inside the camp, along with two other
The pizza oven.
captured SOE agents. She was forced to kneel and was subsequently shot. She was only 23 years old.
What, 23? As an experienced spy? That's crazy. I will like leave for half a second if I were on, you know, our spot.
The world would
Bro, stop. I haven't said anything, okay? I'm just talking about food.
learn what happened to her after the war, when the survivors from the concentration camp told
Oh yeah, they. Oh. This is the guy from 1984, right? I would like to see this face a bit. I would like to see this face just a bit more. Give me a second there. Give me a second. We need to immortalize some stuff here and there, you know. This is very important for the sake of the stream and for the sake of I don't know, for the sake of something, that's for sure. Look at this. Look at this face. No, I can do even better. Look at this. This is like a mad scientist, isn't it? That's a mad scientist. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm out now. You will suffer. Or something like that. Because, you know, they have the right to take revenge, by the way. And I guess some of them did, kinda. I'm not sure, you know, I'm very trash in history and stuff like that. Because, yeah, this is not really my stuff, as you can see. See. Ugh. This is not really my stuff. And, yeah. Maybe that's why I can say weird shit.
the horrifying truth. The game Velvet Assassin may honor her memory with a fearless protagonist, but it stopped short of telling her full story.
Oh shit. She died naked. That's a shame.
The Bridge Curse 2, The Extrication, is a horror game based on a Taiwanese urban legend, but that's not why it's in this video.
An urban legend? What do you mean? This is not real, that means. Can you please get rid of that face? Why? Don't you like it? It's cool there. It's having a good time. And now it's reading average time for Enith. Who the fuck is Enith?
First game took place at Tonghai University, a real school in Taiwan, where a bridge is said to be cursed by a spirit. According to the legend,
We got the
if you try
schoolgirls
to
there. Who doesn't like schoolgirls anyway?
night, you might find yourself walking in circles.
Do you
unable to
dare?
escape. Some say the ghost of a woman appears, trapping those who
Oh,
disturb
shit.
circles,
We
unable
like
to
almost got a
escape.
panty shot,
Some
isn't it?
say the ghost of a woman
I want to get the
you might
panty
find
shot,
yourself
okay?
walking in circles.
It's too disturbing. You can't watch the stream. Sorry. Sorry. So yeah, you're right. I should get rid of this face. Excuse me for that. I hope you will feel better now. And thanks for lurking there. I swear, we will get to your videos before tomorrow.
Unable to escape.
Bro.
Some say
Oh, it's there.
the ghost of a woman
Oh, come on. No panty shot.
appears,
What do you mean?
trapping those who disturb her.
We are here for this, and now you can't see my face anymore. Are you happy, Vlad, like that?
The second game builds on that fear, but this time it introduces something even more unsettling.
Oh yeah. Hell close, reaching you from the depth. This is definitely true story. I would like to have something like this to comment. This would be very, very crazy in my opinion.
A mysterious girl, haunted elevator, and a sense that something unnatural is at play. The game's main character find themselves in a situation that feels terrifyingly familiar. The game
I'm okay with that. Going to the underground, you know, the deep place. This is very spooky. That's what she said. This is reliable, and I'm never doing it. Mm-mm. Like my father told me, go to the cave. I'm like, nope, nope. There is spiders and monsters and also Michael Jackson. So there was no way for me as a kid to go down the caves and underground. Never happened.
setting is a university.
Bless this stream with holy water. Which kind of holy water do you want? Because I've got plenty of type of waters. Maybe tap waters should be the best for you right
It
now.
doesn't feel like one. The pools are too empty, the shadows move when you aren't looking, and worst of all, you're being washed. The protagonist doesn't know how or why they got here, but they know they need to get out. Players must piece together clues, navigate through dimly lit hallways, and avoid an unseen force that's always lurking nearby. One of the most unnerving parts of the game happens in an elevator. It seems simple at first. You watch a woman through a security camera, waiting for the doors to close and expecting to reach another
Close the door and suddenly striptease.
floor. Things don't seem quite right. The woman moves strangely, jumping out the elevator and clinging to its walls. For some players, this
She's just messing with the people watching and you know with the camera. That's it. That's the explanation. She was like, look, I'm doing the stuff, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or the stuff girls are doing, you know, in at school.
scene was unsettling for a reason they couldn't quite explain.
And the stuff is still,
Wasn't
you know,
just
going
another horror
down
game trope.
somehow.
It felt eerily similar to something they had seen before, something real. A security camera recording
Not
of
very
a young
right.
woman in an elevator, pressing buttons, stepping in and
Hey, I saw that already.
out, and looking as if something was following her. That woman was Elisa Lamb, and her story remains one of the most
She's looking cool.
disturbing unsolved mysteries. In February of 2013, the Los Angeles Police Department released a strange surveillance video to the public. It was grainy, taken from an old security camera inside an elevator at the Cecil Hotel. At first glance, it may not seem out of the ordinary, but the longer you watch, the more unsettling it became. Elisa Lamb, the woman
Sure, I just need to blow my nose. Give me a second there. This is also very spooky and based on real footage in video games. I swear one day this emote will be out.
in the footage was a 21-year-old student from Canada who had been traveling alone through California. She was supposed to check out the hotel that day, but she never did. Her parents, who had been in constant contact with her, stopped hearing from her entirely. Concerned, they reported her missing, prompting a police investigation.
But you know, if you want to see a lot of people behaving strange in front of the camera in an elevator, just go watch streamers. They are all doing weird stuff on camera, and I don't know if you can have them like in an elevator. I guess some of them are doing this, and you know, everything's normal there. Maybe she was just VTubing, you know.
At the time, no one knew what had happened to Elisa. All investigators had was this bizarre elevator footage recorded shortly before she vanished. The video shows Elisa stepping into the
You see, she was talking about, you know, her viewers. With how can you make your hands like that? I'm talking to you. Nothing's there. Nothing's fine. Everything's fine. I'm just going through the elevator and pushing all the buttons. You will see.
Elevator and immediately pressing multiple buttons, as if she's unsure where she wants to go. The doors, however, don't close. Second,
Yeah, okay, I remember where I saw that. It was like in a video about spooky stuff, like, ooh, there's a ghost there. The ghost is preventing the door to close because she was followed by a spirit. And definitely not because of, a murderer and, I don't know, power stuff happening in elevators, like always, because, it's old and destroyed and everything.
she leans out and looks down the hallway, quickly pulling back as if she'd seen something or someone. Then she hesitates, stepping in and
She was shy, okay? She saw her crush and she was like she wanted to stay away because she was like, as always, brain fart. Because she was shy, okay?
elevator, glancing nervously in both directions.
And suddenly, boom! Aha! I got you! When you are playing hide and seek, and suddenly, boom! And you are stepping away because you were supposed to hide, not scare the seeker.
As the video continues, her behavior becomes even more disturbing. At one point, she presses herself against the wall as if she's hiding. Her body language suggests panic, but there's no visible threat. Eventually, she steps out of view entirely. The elevator doors, which have remained open for far too long, suddenly close. But by then, Elisa is
Yeah, the ghost, the elevator ghost.
no longer inside. The footage ends. The video went viral almost immediately. People were disturbed by how unnatural her behavior seemed, and tons of
Missing woman found dead. So is she missing or is she found? Is she dead or alive? Is she dead and alive? If you are missing and found at the same time.
theories began to spread.
Maybe she's living in a quantum reality now with the viewers. I don't know. Let me know. Or drugs or paranoia. Yeah, that's the same. That's the fentanyl.
Some believe she was hiding from someone, a stalker, a hotel employee, maybe even an unseen attacker. Just
Yeah, but like the murderer cannot control the elevator door, And if he does, that means he knows she's there, so it's not making any sense, by the
outside
way.
the camera's view. Others thought she was under the influence of drugs, experiencing paranormal
Like you said, fentanyl.
hallucinations. But an autopsy later revealed that there were no traces of drugs or alcohol in her system, apart
Oh shit. No alcohol, sorry.
from small traces of her prescribed drugs, as Elisa was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. There was also a more paranormal explanation. The Cecil Hotel had a long and infamous history of murders and sinister guests, including serial killers like Richard Ramirez.
Oh, the famous serial killers, yeah. Los Angeles police equal jail fuck. He's looking almost like Michael Jackson now.
Some believed Elisa wasn't alone
A budget one. A budget Michael
in
Jackson.
that elevator. Something from the hotel's dark past had been watching her. Regardless of the theory, the biggest question remained the same. Where did Elisa go after stepping out that elevator? That question wouldn't be answered.
At some point I should rename the video reaction experiments the video reaction disrespect, because nothing's going right with me.
Until nearly 3 weeks later, when hotel guests began complaining about foul-smelling, discolored water coming from their taps.
Ooh, colored water. Definitely, no, haunted. And definitely not like out of norms.
What happened next would turn this from a missing
Ooh, there is like three, how do you call that? Three valves to open the water. Like you got hot, you got cold, and the middle one is the Schrodinger water. It's none of them, or maybe both. Neither both.
person's case. In
Full sets. Thanks. I will forget until next stream because I'm very, very smart. A little bit. She was bipolar, but ghosts are an explanation. Sure. Yeah. Ghosts are always the explanation. And I will prove you that. If you got me some ghosts videos, you will see it's always the ghosts. Always ghosts' faults. Every time.
To one of the most infamous mysteries of all time.
Look, we got
Remnants from
a
recent
very
Kaguchi
interesting
case.
footage here. First, the dude is opening the water and nothing happened, you know. You open the faucet and suddenly it switches images. This is black magic.
To one of the
But
most infamous.
look at the eye here. Look at that. That's the demon eye. She was possessed by the demon. Not the Simon demon. But yeah, definitely something happened there. You know, the ghost goes here and he entered the eye. He could have entered anything else, but he decided to enter the eye. Because eyes are holes. This is well known in the, you know, the community of Ghostbusters. Maybe most like the Newtbuster community, but this is something different. You know what videos to send in the future. You love spooky videos. Maybe you will see, and I will see too. We will see together.
Mystery of all time. As the game progresses, another eerie connection
And
begins to surface.
we should find this game, in fact.
Presence of water and horror stories, water is often linked to spirits.
Ooh, this is what happened for real.
Asian folklore, where drowning victims are said to become restless ghosts. In real life, Elisa's body was found in the rooftop water tank of the Cecil Hotel weeks after she had disappeared. The circumstances of her death were
Yeah, definitely a ghost. Only a ghost can lift you that high in the sky and put you gently into the tank.
so strange that even the authorities still don't understand how she got there. The developers have
She went through walls because ghosts can do that.
never confirmed that they were inspired by Elisa's case, but the similarities are undeniable.
Yeah.
You start in the middle of nowhere, snow-covered mountains stretching as far as the eye can see. Your only guide is a flickering flashlight and the distant sound of your
I love flashlights.
own footsteps. The deeper you go, the more unsettling it feels. The loneliness, the paranoia, the overwhelming sense that you're not alone. This is Colot, a horror game
Chocolate. Chocolate.
unlike any other. There are no monsters lurking in the dark, no jump scares every few minutes. Instead, the terror comes from the emptiness, from the feeling that something terrible happened here and that it could happen again. But this isn't just another survival horror game, it's based on a real event.
No other survival game. No. 100% true.
One of the most disturbing and mysterious cases in modern history.
Ooh, mysterious.
The
You
story
heard that?
so
Mysterious.
chilling, so unexplainable that it has haunted
It's Bigfoot.
investigators, scientists, and conspiracy theorists for over 60 years. It also
A flashlight with an E instead of A. Did you never notice? Every time I'm talking about the flashlights, I'm always saying flashlights.
started in 1959 when 9 hikers vanished in the Ural Mountains of Soviet.
Look, he's so happy. But also, I'm pretty sure if I'm like zooming on this, can I? No, I cannot zoom in there. Huh? What the fuck is that?
Russia. Their bodies were
Okay, sure. Anyway,
when 9 hikers
he's like so happy, but if you're zooming this face like 200 times, you will see a demon. And also, this guy got the biggest head I ever seen in my life. And this is also the biggest rifle I've seen. Or maybe the longest? Maybe both? I'm not sure. But yeah. What kind of expedition is this? They're all looking like, we're happy, we are on holidays, and suddenly, we are dead.
vanished in the Ural.
That's German. That's a Sasquatch, yeah? The Bigfoot winter brother. But I do prefer Saxquatch. Like, you know, the Bigfoot doing a saxophone. That's a reality, by the way. Do you want to see? Do you want to see him? I will show you Saxquatch. No, shit. Look, the guy is real. The guy is real. The dude exists. Sasquatch. Live sexual healing special. Oh shit. He's doing stuff. He's doing stuff. Oh shit. Look at that. Oh my god. They are real. This is real, guys. And he's kinda he's kinda good at that. You're gonna watch your video? Yeah, I will. Just that, you know, I'm taking my time because we got time tonight. Not gonna lie. And you know, I will go everywhere anyway. And the dude is playing saxophone because, you know, Sasquatch. But I will not stay on this too much because you never know about, you know, DMCA and YouTube and stuff like that. So yeah. You know him, nice.
Soviet Russia. Their bodies were discovered weeks
Nice.
later, scattered across the snow.
Maybe he's there somewhere in this footage, by the way.
Ripped open. Some were found barefoot, half dressed in the freezing cold, with some of their bodies covered in strange injuries, broken bones without external wounds, missing eyes, and one
Okay, they went for very big ritual here. That's crazy.
of them had a missing tongue, and no one could explain why. The deeper we go, the stranger this mystery becomes. One of Collard's greatest strengths is how accurate
So when you got a mystery, do a video game about it, and you will be very happy, and your game will definitely, I don't know, it will be like ignored. It's too real for the gamers.
recreates the brutal conditions of the Ural
They do not want
Mountains in real life.
simulation. We already got like simulators games for that.
The group was trekking towards a peak called Collat Circle, which translates to Dead Mountain in the
Death Mountain from Zelda. Oh shit.
Mansi language. The game's title is obviously
That explain-
a reference.
that
The
explains
game's
a lot.
environment captures the harshness of the terrain too. The deep snowdrifts, the lack of shelter, the eerie silence of the mountains at night. In real life, the hikers had to battle temperatures dropping as low as
And you see shit got real here because the snow is black everywhere. You got black snow all the way. Or, you know, on all the photography here. You knew that there was fucked from the beginning because of black snow.
minus 30.
Never a good
Celsius,
sign.
And the unpredictable weather likely made survival
Mm.
even more difficult. However, in the game, the
You know, everything is fucked up, but still taking photos because you never know. This could be interesting and useful for later.
landscape is even emptier than in reality. The real Dyatlov group encountered Mansi hunter trails, and there were reports of other expeditions
Yeah.
in the area.
They were looking like very prepared for everything here, you know. Yeah, we are going out in the winter. What could go wrong? So, you know, no scarf, nothing to protect yourself. Yeah, sure.
Not close enough to intervene. The game isolates you completely, amplifying the horror. In Collat, you don't start inside the hiker's tent. You're already out in the cold, left to piece together what happened. But in the real case,
Well, I would be also very scared if I could see like rocks with this shape, not gonna lie. And you know, after that, some people are saying that I got a dirty mind. I don't know where it's coming from. No idea.
already out in the cold, left to piece together what happened. But in the real case, the tent itself became one of the biggest mysteries. Rescuers
Wow. You got the luxury to have a fire in the game.
found it still standing, but with a crucial detail. It had been slashed open from the inside, implying that the hikers had been so desperate to escape that they couldn't even have used the tent's entrance. They cut
I've seen a video talking about this already. I'm pretty sure of it. Like the people went crazy because of the cold. You know, at some point when your body is too cold, it's going full burst of energy and full burst of heat, and you will start to undone yourself. You will get fully naked because you are too hot in the snow, and you will die because the body is just getting all the heat out to protect your body from decomposing. That's not true, okay? I'm saying bullshit
out
here.
and ran half half-dressed into the freezing night. The real horror of the incident lies in how the bodies were discovered. Some were found nearly a mile away from the tent, wearing little clothing, as if they had fled in pure terror. 3 had massive internal injuries.
The Sasquatch, yeah? Sasquatch. It's hard to say. Sasquatch. Like a quetch.
Crushed skulls, but 0 external wounds, leading investigators to compare it to the force of a car crash. One victim, Ludmila Dubinina, was found without her tongue and parts of her face. A few had traces of radiation on their clothes too.
Radiation? What do you mean? You know, if you get in contact with black snow, of course there is radiation.
Collar, there's a constant feeling that something is out there watching you, but in reality, no evidence of an attacker, human or otherwise, was ever found. However, the way Collar presents its world mirrors the hiker's disorientated movements. The game forces you to navigate with only a map, compass, and coordinates.
Oh wow, you only got a map and a compass to navigate? This is so archaic, not gonna lie. Oh wow, no GPS. Bad video game.
Obviously similar to the real-life expedition's methods. It's easy to get lost, panic, and end up somewhere you shouldn't.
Oh, that
just
makes
like
sense.
The real hikers. The game leans heavily into the supernatural, hinting at shadowy
Ooh,
figures,
this is definitely what happened for real.
glowing entities, and forces beyond human understanding. While the real case is surrounded
Definitely not illusion and, you know, your mind going broke.
Most theories focus on natural or man-made explanations. Some believe a small, delayed avalanche forced hikers to...
You know, he had a good time. Like, he got like a nice sandwich. Or maybe it was snow. Maybe it was both, you know. Ice in the middle. No, ice on top and under it for the sandwich base, and inside snow. Because, you know, it's a bit more fluffier. And I'm pretty sure this is a good meal when you are hungry and in the middle of nowhere in the winter.
flee and panic. However, there was no evidence of an avalanche at the site, and it doesn't explain some of the severe injuries found on some of the bodies. Others suggest the hikers accidentally stumbled upon a secret weapons test. Collat taps into this idea.
Ooh, secret weapon, yeah, that makes sense.
Documents and a cover-up. The game isn't a history lesson. It's an experience designed to make you feel the same fear and confusion the hikers might have felt. The landscape is accurate. The sense of isolation and disorientation around it.
We got it. Isolation
The game
and everything.
intentionally mirrors real ears.
Ooh, I almost missed like the beginning of this
The
one.
game unintentionally mirrors reality in ways that are hard to ignore. This is one such case.
You know, this footage here is looking like, you know, the very bad therapeutic simulations. Everything is laggy, the textures are disgusting, and there is weird faces everywhere.
In ways that are hard
And this is to heal people from transport illness.
to ignore. This is one such case. Released in 2017, Granny became one of the most popular mobile horror games of its time. The concept
Yeah, we are all afraid of our grannies, right?
is that you wake up in a rundown house, locked inside by a grey-skinned, hollow-eyed woman. She's old, frail-looking, but
Did we play something called Granny like that? But it was a bit different,
don't
right?
let that fool you, because Granny patrols the house,
What the fuck are you doing with bird seeds in this game?
every sound. If you knock over a table, she hears it. If you step on a creaky floorboard, she's already on her
Oh, the famous blood fleshy walls.
way. She moves at an unnatural speed, chasing after you the moment you make a mistake. If she catches you, she knocks you unconscious with her back. You have
Yeah, this is looking like
5
that.
days, 5 chances to find your way
The blood
out
toilets,
before
yeah?
Something terrible happens. But what if something like this actually happened? A real life case so eerily similar that I think the game definitely draws inspiration. St. Petersburg, Russia, 2015. An elderly
Oh,
woman
shoot.
spotted on a
The real granny.
casually walking near her apartment building. Nothing unusual, except for the fact that she's carrying a large plastic bag, a heavy one. A few hours later, police receive a report. A disjointed torso had been found near a pond. No head, no arms, no legs, just a torso. It doesn't take long for authorities to track down a suspect, and when they knock on her apartment door, they find Tamara Samson,
Granny,
a
open the
68-year-old
door.
woman sitting calmly in her chair, like nothing had happened. But when police
Yeah, she was faking everything. She was like, no, it's fine. That was my grandson. We are doing this all the time. Yeah.
Search for her apartment, the uncovered
Hey, 2015. This is kinda recent, by the
something
way.
out of a nightmare. Dozens of handwritten diaries filled with detailed notes about murder. Casual entries
Sorry for the
describing how and
nose
when
noise.
she murdered people as if it were a routine part of her life. They found
Yeah, but she was happy like this. Who are you to judge a poor granny, you know? She was suffering of loneliness, and when you are lonely, you are just cutting heads and, you know, putting them onto a pedestal and talking to them, I guess. So you don't need the body, you don't need the legs, nor anything like that. Typical grandma grandson activities, yes.
plastic bags filled with rotten flesh.
You know, just like Futurama. Yeah, you know, the Simpson in the future. Yeah, it should be Futurama. There is talking heads. She was just, you know, ahead of her time here. That makes sense, right? The future is now.
Hidden around the building. Some reports even suggest that she may have even eaten parts of her victims. One diary
Hey, you need to survive, right? And at least if you got the bodies and the arms and the legs, you don't have to buy chicken anymore. It's a win-win situation.
entry dated September
She can talk with her grandson and she can eat. Win-win situation.
2003 reads, I killed my tenant Volodya, put the pieces of his body in plastic bags, and threw them away in different
You should have used Tupperware instead. This is better for conservation.
parts of Ruzensky district. Another entry from March 2015 details the murder of Valentina Ulanova, a 79-year-old woman she'd been
79, wow. She was old. I'm not sure this meat is very tasty
living with
anymore.
at the time of her arrest. Valentina had been her friend, but according to Tamara's diary, she had become too difficult to live with. Tamara's solution to the little problem
Hey.
was to crush a handful of sleeping pills into her food, wait for her
Okay, peas in salad. This is a very nice salad in my opinion.
to lose consciousness, grab a hacksaw, and I think you can imagine the rest. When questioned by the police, Tamara
Hey, she's very powerful for a granny, isn't it?
never showed any remorse. At
Don't fuck with her.
times she smiled and even laughed when describing
But look, she's cute. She's okay. She's blowing a kiss. What else do you need?
done. The media quickly gave her the name the Granny Ripper, a woman who had spent years luring people into her home and making sure they never left. I personally think the similarities between Granny and the Granny Ripper are too bizarre to ignore. Both are old women living
Yeah.
alone in decaying homes with something deeply wrong beneath the surface. Both trap people inside their own homes, one trapping victims in the game, the other in real life. The video game Granny keeps a crossbow in her house, a small but crucial tool that players can use to fire tranquilizer darts at her. If you manage to hit her, she collapses and stays unconscious for 2 minutes, giving you a chance to
Wow, only 2 minutes?
escape.
She's very strong, as said, you know.
Casanova didn't need a crossbow. She allegedly dosed her victims in much the
Of course, it's Russia, yes. You know, Russian grannies. No. I'm okay with Russian teenies, you know. And by teenies, you know, I mean, you know, the late, anyway. This is fine, but once they got old, they will kill you. Because they are strong, you know. When young, they are beautiful, and when old, they are strong. Like Russian bear strong.
same way, sedating them so they couldn't fight back.
And also, I guess they are all immortal, because, you know,
So the game's tranquilizer,
you can just tranquilize them for 2 minutes, not killing them.
her method didn't kill immediately. It only made her victims helpless, ensuring they had no chance to run. Then there's the most unsettling part, the unnatural quality they both share. In the game, Granny moves with disturbing speed and aggression, something that you wouldn't expect for someone so old. And yet in real life, Tamara Samson
In real life, she was like running 13 kilometers per day in less than an hour.
was much the same. Despite her age, she carried and disposed of bodies without any
You see? She's strong.
Unlike most serial killers, Samsonova was never sent to prison. After a psychiatric evaluation, she was declared legally insane and sentenced to an indefinite detention in a high-security psychiatric hospital. During her trial, she made disturbing comments, at one point begging the judge to let her go so she could continue killing. Her words in court were, "I knew
Yeah, it was a hobby for her.
for me. All this publicity. I am guilty and deserve to be punished. I've been preparing for this trial for 10 years. It is all deliberate. There is no way to live. With this last murder, I closed the chapter." She was committed to Kazanga Psychiatric Hospital in 2015.
Interesting.
And remains to this day. You're looking at a digital city from above. The streets are filled with people, some just
Oh,
walking
shit,
around,
what the
others
fuck is
moving on
that?
purpose. At first glance, everything might seem peaceful, but hidden amongst the crowd are terrorists, figures marked by the game as threats. Your job is very simple. Stop them.
Kill
September
them.
12th, a toy world presents you with
The joke is... I will not say it.
one tool, a missile launcher. There's no score, no levels, no game over screen. You just click to fire and your missile strikes the target. But the explosion doesn't
Okay.
just hit the terrorist, it spreads. Buildings crumble, and worst of all, civilians get caught in the blast. As their tiny figures collapse, they
That
remain
makes sense. If you shoot missiles, of course, it will kill everyone. You know, this is not like a missile that will choose to spare some and kill some. It's all or none, I guess.
people in the city react. They stop what they're doing, some run away,
What the fuck is he doing?
while others stand still, mourning the loss of those who were just in the
Oh,
wrong
they are
place.
crying. I was like, they were starting to, you know, blow the dead.
The wrong
Cuphead from Arabia, yeah.
time. Then something strange happens. Those mourning civilians begin to change. They're
Ooh, look, this is the Super Mario stuff. They got an upgrade. And suddenly, you know, I wanted to joke about this, but apparently this is real. You know, they are going from normal to unhidden.
Transformed into the very thing you were trying
What
to
the fuck is this
eliminate.
game?
Terrorists appear, blending into the crowd. The problem doesn't get smaller, it grows. And the more missiles
Oh,
you
shit.
launch, the more civilians you lose, and the cycle
I mean, you know, this is easier like that. If they are all terrorists, just need to shoot. You don't have to think anymore.
repeats. At first, it might just feel like you're
What
not
the fuck
playing
is this
well enough.
game?
Maybe if you
Who
time
made
your
that?
shots better, aim more carefully, or
But
fire less
more,
often.
you know,
This is
more
a
interesting.
fault.
Where's the reality in
These
this?
operations, it can increase anger towards those responsible. Family members.
Where's the footage of the real stuff? Because it should be like reality somewhere, right?
And friends of the deceased may seek revenge, becoming radicalized themselves. This creates
Turning them into heroes, just like Super Mario. You got the flower power, boom, hero.
a sort of cycle, violence breeding more violence, just like in the game. US military reports from conflicts in the Middle East, particularly in Iraq and Afghanistan, have acknowledged that civilian casualties can have a direct impact on radicalization. One report from the RAND
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Corporation.
This will
described how
happen soon
groups like
enough.
Al-Qaeda use civilian death
I mean, more even violence than ever.
as propaganda, turning public outrage
Than ever.
into recruitment opportunities. Leaked military documents and intelligence reports, like the 2012 joint report by Stanford and NYU titled Living Under Drones, highlighted a familiar cycle. For every terrorist killed, civilians caught in the crossfire can fuel resentment, therefore potentially leading to new recruits joining it.
Is there still like US stuff in there? I mean, as long as there will be like oil. Yeah, sure.
Groups.
I
Studies
guess
have found
it
that
will stay like that
airstrikes,
forever.
whilst eliminating immediate threats can sometimes increase long-term radicalization. The same concept plays out in September 12th. Each terrorist you eliminate only leads to more emerging from the grieving crowd. Even the game's name, September 12th, obviously hints at a real-world inspiration.
A toy world. What a name.
It refers
What
to the
a
day
name.
after the Twin Towers was struck, when the United States and its allies faced a critical decision. How should they respond? The invasion of Afghanistan soon followed, marking the beginning of the War on Terror.
Yeah, okay.
Unusual.
Oh, wait. Next one.
Chernobylite takes place.
Ooh,
one of the most
okay.
Unusual and
How is it saying that? Chernobyl? Chernobyl. I mean, in French, it's Chernobyl. Chernobyl.
Dangerous places on Earth, the
Okay.
Chernobyl exclusion zone. This is an 100 square mile area in northern Ukraine that was evacuated after
Who
a
doesn't know
major
this story, by
nuclear
the way?
accident in 1986.
And blowing my nose, give me a second.
But to understand why this area is so significant,
Sorry.
you first need to know what happened at Chernobyl on April 26th, 19...
The game name adds... I'm struggling to read, sorry. Game name adds it. Oh, okay, that's a typo. To the name at the end. Okay.
86. A routine safety test
That makes
of the
sense.
Chernobyl nuclear power plant went horribly wrong. Reactor 4
The it. The it. Chernobylite. The it. Just like in Pokemon, the Mega Evolution. Like the Mewtwoite.
one of the plant's 4 nuclear reactors exploded.
It's a Mega Gem here. We are talking about a Mega Gem. There is Pokemons inside Chernobyl. Chernobyl. Sorry. And this is why nobody can go here, because they want to keep the Pokemons alive and secret, because, nobody should know they are real. Maybe the next game will be there, Ooh, Pokemon Chernobylite. We haven't got a Pokemon in Russia yet. This could happen at some point, Because we got France, we got America, we got a lot of stuff in Japan, of course. We got, like, the Hawaii region. So, I do not want to see Pokemon Germany, sorry. But Russia, this could be very nice. You got America, you should have Russia. It's the duality. You have to.
Combination of design flaws and human error. The explosion released massive amounts of radiation into the air.
And we got United Kingdom also, so yeah. This has to be real at some point.
Contaminating large parts of Ukraine, Belarus, and even...
Oh yeah, the famous, cloud that stopped at the frontier in France. Like, French politician, we don't have any Chernobyl cloud in the country, it stopped at, the frontier. And I wasn't born yet, but you heard something like this, you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Clouds don't care about the countries and stuff. It's just moving. And it was early, like in the life of the, I don't know how you call that, the new world, the new technological world, the beginning of the occidental world. People were completely dumb. On the TV, they said it stopped. It's not in France. Okay, take your pill, take your meds, and just go to sleep, please. It's Chernobyl, pronounce Chernobyl. At the end, not bile. He said bile, okay? I'm not English, this guy is. Chernobyl. So, do you mean it's Chernobyl? Chernobyl? France used a windmill to blow the clouds. That's the explanation, I guess. That's the explanation. Definitely. They put everything on the Germany side, like, yeah, keep your clouds.
Other countries in Europe. I probably don't need to tell you that radiation is dangerous, because it...
The guy says game name. Yeah, but if it's Chernobyl and you put it at the end, it should be Chernobylite. And he said Chernobylite.
Damages the human body at a microscopic level. In high doses, it can cause severe burns, organ failure.
Oh, shoot.
Death. In the day
He's burned like a cupcake.
following the explosion, people in the nearby town of Pripyat, where most of the plant's workers lived, were told nothing was wrong. Many went about their daily lives
everything's
unaware
fine.
that they were being
There is like snow in the summer.
Exposed to deadly
Normal.
levels of radiation. It wasn't until 36 hours later that authorities finally ordered an evacuation, but by then, it was too late for many. Over the following
Yeah,
months and years, thousands of people developed
all dead.
radiation-related
All transformed into Pokemons.
illnesses, and a vast
The HBO series about Chernobyl is so good. For real? Okay. I mean, HBO is fine. This is not like Netflix, right? Because otherwise they would have changed the whole plot.
area
I can imagine how, but yeah.
surrounding the plant was deemed too dangerous for human life. Then the exclusion zone was created, a permanent
But
no-go
it's okay for Pokemons.
area stretching for miles around the ruined reactor. All the buildings were
It's
left
only a few
abandoned.
episodes,
Nature
okay.
slowly took over, and time seemed to stand still in the remains of the town. What's even more eerie is that some of the places in the game no longer exist in reality. Over time, many of Chernobyl's buildings have collapsed due to weather.
Hey, you can have drones flying here. This is nice. And at least, you know, the nature is still natural here. And you need a lot of trees and herbs everywhere and grass if you want Pokemons to hide in it.
Neglect and radiation damage. In Chernobylite, they remain frozen in time, offering a look into the past that is slowly disappearing. The exclusion zone may seem like an abandoned wasteland, but it still has life. Over the years, nature has reclaimed much of the area. The small number
You know, this could be very cool to visit this location because, you know, it's so empty, so ghosty, and so dead. But you will be dead too if you are going here, but it could be nice to do some urbex here.
of
I would like to to see something like this happening.
settlers, people who refused to leave or later returned,
They refuse to leave, but you can see they are dead inside. Who is shooting the balloon with this posture? Mm, your turn. You can feel the life in their posture. They are so alive. Well, the kitten, because we got a little kitty here. The kitty is alive, but not the girls or the boys, because you know, because of the mutation, you are not sure what they are anymore.
continue to live there.
So many Pokemons running free there. You could have visited until Russia had other plans. True,
Creating a game
true.
set in the Chernobyl exclusion zone is one thing, but actually
But I'm not thinking about Chernobyl like every day, sadly.
going there
So, yeah.
is another. But for the team behind Chernobyl,
Oh, wow. This is like the original team on the nuclear side. They were so happy and so lively before the explosion.
accuracy was everything. They didn't just want to imagine what the zone looked like, they wanted to capture it exactly as it is. So instead of relying
So they went on the place and they did a full virtualization of everything. I mean, it's possible. There is some video games doing this already, right?
on old photos,
There are videos of people from years ago sneaking there. So interesting. I've heard of something like that, but I don't remember where.
or satellite imagery,
But yeah.
they went in themselves, bringing with them cutting edge
I guess some people at some point were able like to go through. Like you cannot stop, but you can go through the site, right? Like you take your car and just go full speed, and you can get through. Just you don't have the authorization to stop, right? Laser scanning places to put in game. Yep. Okay.
technology and a mission
I'm
to
not crazy.
recreate the real Chernobyl like never before. To achieve their goal, the developers used 3D photogrammetry, a technique that allows them to scan
Ooh.
real-world objects and environments to create incredibly detailed digital models. They walked
Okay,
through
they are
ruins of
talking about
Pripyat,
it.
abandoned villages, and even the remains of the power plant itself, taking thousands
Hey, with a drone like this, you can do Matrix bullet time in the no problem. No, it's not bullet time. It's the other one. I don't remember the name, but you know, same moments, but you are doing a full 360.
of photos from every angle. These images were then processed to build one-to-one digital recreations of actual locations, making Chernobylite one of the most visually accurate portrayals of the exclusion zone ever made. But this wasn't just about making the game look good, it was about preservation. Some parts of Chernobyl are rapidly deteriorating.
Yeah.
By scanning these
Maybe at some
locations, the
point,
developers
if
were
I can
able to
find this game,
digitally freeze them
my
in
feet is
time, allowing
hurting.
players to
If I can find this game, maybe we can try it, because why not? I guess it's not like there will be like monsters chasing you and killing you after 5 minutes of gameplay and you will be stuck in the loop. This one is more like about contemplation. We could do this at some point. We could do this. There are guided tours and see the most iconic places. We need to play this. Yes, exactly.
explore places that may no longer
You will just need to make me remember this, because I will have no recollection about this discussion in like 2 hours.
exist in the future. Entering the exclusion zone isn't as simple as just walking in. Radiation levels vary across the area, with some places still dangerously contaminated, while certain
Yeah.
parts
There is still, I've heard something like that. There is still somewhere, inside the plant, there is still like a huge radioactive goo, and it's still hot, like even after so many decades, and you cannot get near it because it's so radioactive that it will kill you like in minutes. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there is something like
lower
that.
radiation levels and are safe for short visits. Others, like the Red Forest, one of the most radioactive areas in the world, can be deadly. The developers had to follow strict
Yeah.
safety protocols to avoid exposure. They wore dosimeters, which are devices that measure radiation, to monitor their levels at all times. Some areas were off limits, while others could only be visited for a few minutes before radiation levels became unsafe. Even so, they were able to scan key locations, including the Pripyat amusement park.
Oh, the amusement park. This could be so nice to see that.
Home to the famous rusted Ferris wheel that
Oh,
never
yeah.
officially opened, and the ruins of Reactor 4. Now see
Who is building like an amusement park next to a radioactive plant? Who is like, yeah, this is perfectly safe. At least we will get the full energy for the park, Like the big wheel can stay on forever with nuclear power. And running at full speed, The wheel will be spinning like crazy.
sealed under a massive steel sarcophagus to contain the radiation. Though one of the biggest challenges wasn't just
Oh my
radiation,
God.
it was the feeling of the place itself. Even decades after the disaster, Chernobyl doesn't feel empty. There are obviously no crowds and no bustling streets.
This is still interesting how just this square fall apart and not anything else, Like, what was different here? Like, they missed a floor when building it?
But the silence
We will never
itself
know.
feels unnatural.
This will be a full mystery forever. We need to call the Mythbusters. They need to go here and tell us the true story about this building falling apart only from the middle.
The developer
And also, they should say why is the fish only cooked from one side. This is very important.
has described an eerie atmosphere, and they weren't alone in this feeling. Many visitors to Chernobyl report a similar feeling of a deep sense of unease, especially in areas where people once lived.
Oh shit, the dolls are still alive. This one is not, like the one we saw a few days ago. This incident pisses me off because it made people paranoid about nuclear energy. Oh, true, especially Germans. Which is the most efficient source of energy. Yeah. People are talking about the carbon number, I don't know how you call this. And they are like, we need to put like the aeolian stuff everywhere, the giant windmills, and we need solar power because this is so much decarbonate. And you knows it, but the fun fact is nuclear is the much more decarbonated energy ever made. But yeah, this is let that's for reality. We don't care here. We are only caring about the dolls.
Fears to Fathom is different.
I've heard of this game. What?
Unlike games that adapt well-known cases or urban legends, Fears to Fathom builds its episodes from real-life accounts submitted by ordinary people. These aren't famous cases from history,
I've heard of this game already.
and they're not the kind of stories that make national news. Instead, they're personal experiences, moments of terror that people have lived through and have
Ooh,
never
nice.
forgotten. Some of these stories were first posted on forums, Reddit threads, or YouTube channels dedicated to real horror stories, like Mr. Nightmare. The first episode, Home Alone, is the perfect example. The story follows
Oh, maybe I've seen these from another dude on YouTube. Maybe from Obscuria.
a 14-year-old boy named Miles, left alone for the night while his mother is away. At first, everything seems fine. He follows his usual routine, grabbing food, watching
No, wait, I played this game.
telly, and chatting with a friend online. But
I've
then
played this
something
one.
feels off. A strange figure appears outside. And
Yeah, and the police will come and there will be nobody, nobody here. Coal burning aeolian solar panels all mean nothing to 1 gram of plutonium. Yeah, more or less. Personal experiences make it more terrifying, my opinion. Yeah, that's true.
the door interrupts the silence. Then Miles
That's
receives
true.
a text from his mother. Their neighbor, Paula, has just sent her a photo of a man standing outside the house. The message is clear: lock all the doors and wait for the police. At this point, the unease shifts into full-on panic. Suddenly, his
Yeah,
own
I remember
house,
playing this
the place
game,
that
yeah.
should feel most secure, becomes a prison.
And this game is like took from based on real events.
Danger
I mean, this is the Home Alone movie.
could be lurking just outside, or worse, is already inside. As Miles hides under
Yeah.
his bed, he hears the sound of a window shattering from the master bedroom. Then the doorbell rings. It's Paula, but something isn't right. Miles is initially hesitant to go to the door, but when he eventually investigates, he can see the intruder's shadow near his parents' bedroom. At this point, he knows running is no longer an option. All he can do is hide and hope the police arrive.
No, jump from the window and you will be safe.
The story was directly inspired by a submission featured on Mr. Nightmare's channel, where a person recorded a real experience of staying home alone and realizing someone was watching them.
Yeah. Okay, this one was so short here.
1979 Revolution Black Friday, developed by Ink Stories,
Black Friday, yeah. Let's go shopping.
isn't just about playing a character, it's about experiencing history firsthand.
Oh, this is not my way of shopping, being on a seat and hurt by black guys. I mean, black tuxedo guys.
You step into the shoes of Reza Shirazi, a young photojournalist returning home to Iran, only to find himself caught in the middle of a revolution. Armed with just a camera, you navigate the streets of Tehran, capturing the protests,
Wow.
fear,
QTE camera of photo stuff. Wow.
and the violence unfolding around you. But in a world where taking
Cool game.
a photo
This is not something I will do.
can mean imprisonment or worse, every decision you make carries real weight. The entire game is based on real events from 1978 to 79, when the people of Iran rose up against their ruler, the Shah of Iran. The game's creator, Navid Konsari, isn't just some random developer trying to tell a political story.
More
He
history
actually lived
tonight.
through the Iranian Revolution as a child. His first-hand memories, combined with interviews from over 40 real-life survivors, activists, and former prisoners, help shape the game's brutal realism.
Yeah, just make their trauma real again, Make them have flashbacks. Good idea.
Unlike other games based on historical events, Black Friday doesn't just reference the plot, it recreates.
Oh shit. He's a ghost. He can go through people.
What makes it more unique is its gameplay. Instead of combat, the game focuses on choice-based storytelling,
They are looking like 70s American people.
similar to Telltale games like The Walking
Even if they are Iranian, by the way.
Dead. Dialogue trees force you to make split-second decisions, lie to a soldier and risk it in court, tell the truth and betray your friends. Every action has consequence, and often there's no right answer. But despite its focus on personal decisions,
Nice.
the game never lets you forget
There is never right answers anyway.
the bigger picture. The world around you is deeply immersive, built on real historical
Ooh, look at this action. Just jump over the, I don't even know how you call that anyway.
details. Protesters chant slogans that were actually
It's kind of a telltale game. Yeah, exactly.
shouted in 1979. Government propaganda plays
Yeah.
on the radio.
Is it me or the
slogans that were
text is...
actually shouted in
Wow, the text is appearing. Not at once. This is so realistic. Can you have banners like this with the words are changing and, appearing out of nowhere.
1979, government propaganda plays over radios, echoing the Shah's desperate attempts to maintain control, and the photographs you take in-game are based on real images captured during the revolution.
Oh yeah, those ones are definitely looking like the same. Yeah.
Bringing
I mean, you got the fire. This is cool, I guess. Like Walking Dead of Wolf Among Us. Among Us, maybe. Digital banners, yeah.
history to life in a way textbooks never could. For many players, this is probably
This is the future. Digital banners
their first real introduction to what happened in
for riots. Perfect.
Iran, and for others, especially those who lived through it, their first
What?
real
What was
introduction
this
to
face? Good to see you. I'm very happy to see you here tonight.
what happened in Iran, and for others, especially
They just got no emotion.
those who lived through it, the game was almost too real. In fact, it was so powerful that the Iranian government outright banned it. But what made it so controversial, and why was this revolution so dangerous to talk about, even decades later?
Because they recognize themselves into the torture stuff. I'm pretty sure of it. But that text was from the YouTuber auto-translating the banner, not from in-game. It could have been, okay?
On September 8th,
It could have
the streets
been.
of Tehran were filled with hope and fear.
Hey, do you know the sitcom called Friends?
Later, on September
Look, Ross is here. It's Ross, right? It's Ross from Friends. The guy was there. He was there. Now we need to find Joey and you know, Monica, Phoebe, etc. We got Ross. We need to find the others. Where are they? Maybe they're on another picture. I don't know, but
8th,
yeah.
1978, the streets of Tehran
I don't mind that
were filled with
face.
hope and fear. Thousands of Iranians had gathered in Jaleh Square to protest against the rule of
Oh wow. Okay, another frame here.
thousands
Look, you know this guy? He got like the hat. I don't know what it's that. A turban, a chapka. I'm not sure. But this dude here, he doesn't need any. He already got a natural one. Oh my god, how is it possible to have hairs like that? Nobody can. This is not real, right? It has to be a cap. This is crazy. And also, like, very handsome haircut, by the way.
of Iranians had gathered in Jaleh Square to protest against the rule of Shah Mohammad Reza
Bobcat hair.
Pahlavi,
Yeah.
demanding the end to his dictatorship. They were unarmed, chanting slogans, holding banners, and standing together in
Some people hate him just for that.
defiance of a government they believed was corrupt and oppressive. What they didn't know was that they were about to walk into
Ooh, don't look at the camera like that, because otherwise we will know it's a movie, you know. That's a lot of people, by the way.
a massacre, one that would change the course of history.
Oh shit. They need to censor that. The words were too...
Public demonstrations
Never mind.
have been outlawed, and anyone who defied the ban would be dealt with by force. But the people still
I'm
came.
feeling like the stuff
Protesters filled
is
the square
starting
in the
to
early
die
morning
again.
hours, believing they had the right to speak out. The Iranian military was already waiting for them. Soldiers blocked the exits surrounding the crowd. Then the order came. Open fire. Machine guns tore through the crowd, sending protesters screaming and running in every direction. People collapsed
Oh,
in
yeah.
the streets, bodies piling up as bullets rained down. Witnesses recalled seeing soldiers shooting indiscriminately, gunning down
That was Duende.
men, women, and even children. Some
Very
tried to
small
flee, but
duende.
The military had already
But they are powerful, so don't mess with the Duendes.
sealed off escape routes, trapping them in a killing zone. Estimates vary, but historians believe between 88 and 300 people were killed that day, with hundreds more injured. The Iranian government initially
Small.
tried to downplay the
Yeah.
violence, claiming only a handful of casualties, but the truth was impossible to hide. Survivors shared their stories, and photojournalists, risking their lives, captured images
Oh, I hate the cryptid stuff, you know? Why? I want to see the truth. I want to see what happened. We don't need cryptic stuff. This is ruining the immersion of the game.
bodies left in the street. This was the moment that changed everything. Up until this point, the revolution had been gaining momentum, but it still felt like there was a chance for reform, a way to negotiate with the government. Black Friday erased that hope. For many,
And that's where we got the name Black Friday, you know, when going to the shopping, going to the mall. Just people running straight lines to get whatever they want, you know. Freedom, I guess, especially freedom. So yeah, Black Friday, it got the name from these events, I guess.
Iranians, it was proof that the Shah would rather kill his own
The same level of violence,
people than listen to them. The massacre
but not for the same reason.
radicalized the
It's the same
revolution.
energy,
Protests became
yes.
larger, angrier, and even more restless. People who had once supported the Shah turned against him overnight. Even members of the military, shaken by what they had been ordered to do, began to defect. In just a few months, the Iranian government would be on the verge of collapse. In 1979 revolution, Black Friday, the horrific event plays out with chilling detail. As Reza Shirazi, the
Big
player, is
shell.
thrown into the middle of the massacre, forced to dodge bullets, capture the chaos
Yeah, sure. You can dodge like that, I guess.
with their camera and witness the horror firsthand. The game doesn't exaggerate what happened. If anything, it tones it down compared to the real thing. But one thing is certain.
I would like to move like Spider-Man doing events like that. Yeah, do like this guy and you will definitely survive.
Black Friday
Yeah.
was no accident. The Iranian government saw the protests.
And
but
I've
one
seen
thing is
Morpheus.
certain.
Look, that's Morpheus
Friday
from the Matrix, which is why he's still alive. You know, he dodged all the bullets.
was no accident. The Iranian government saw the protest as a direct threat. They responded with brute force. Whether it was an international massacre or a desperate act to maintain control, it backfired. Instead of stopping
They all got the stash, you know, just like a certain
the
person.
revolution, fueled it. Many of the photos taken in the game are based on real historical images.
Oh yeah, once again, definitely exactly the same scene. On the same spot, doing the same stuff. Yeah. There is one guy saying hi to like an iron wall, and this dude is just writing something on a concrete wall. Yep. This is the same. I'm not seeing any differences.
And the game even shows side-by-side comparisons of Razor's photos with
No, this one is unrated.
their real-life
No.
counterparts. Journalists in 1979 are monitored, arrested, and even killed for their work. The game doesn't shy away from showing this reality,
You know, this is a game for childs because this is made in cell shadings.
forcing players to face the consequences of their choices, just as the photojournalists had to do at the time. One of the most
no.
terrifying aspects of 1979 Revolution is its depiction of Savak, the Shah's secret police. They are everywhere, watching, listening, waiting for any excuse to detain and interrogate you. And this wasn't an exaggeration. Savak was very real, and it was one of the most feared intelligence agents
Savak, this is just like in Zelda, you know, this is how the guerrillas are talking. They are saying Savak to salute you.
of its time. Established with the help of the CIA and Mossad, Savak specialized in surveillance, censorship, and
Or was it Vasak? I'm not sure anymore. I should replay the
brutal
game.
interrogation techniques. Thousands of political prisoners suffered at their hands. The game's depiction of torture, imprisonment, and forced confessions is based on
This is BDSM, you know, the
survivor testimonies, some of which describe conditions far worse than what the game allows players to witness. Many Iranians during this time lived in constant fear of being reported to Savak. A casual conversation could be twisted into an act of treason, and once someone was taken in for questioning, there was no guarantee that they would ever be seen again. The game's most haunting sequence is its depiction
Which
of
is
Black
sad.
Friday itself, the day the
This is most sad.
the Iranian soldiers opened fire on the protesters in Jaleh Square. Everything from the layout of the square to the way the crowd moves and reacts was designed to resemble real footage and survivor accounts. The gunfire, the screams, the people running and
The
panicking.
people running and the people staying with the banners. We don't care. We don't care. We don't care. You know, they are immortal because when you got a banner, you cannot die. That's true, by the way.
It was all recreated based on descriptions from those who had been there. The game makes it clear that the player is powerless in this moment. You don't get to change history. You
Yeah,
don't get to
indeed.
stop them.
If you don't have any power-ups, you are powerless.
Massacre. All you can do is witness it, just as journalists did in 1978. From the moment the game was released, it was met with widespread praise. Critics called it one of the most powerful and unique historical games ever made. Players who had never learned about the Iranian Revolution
Wow.
were suddenly immersed in
Impressive.
reality. For many, it was an eye-opening experience. But in Iran, the game wasn't just controversial, it was dangerous. The Iranian government didn't take long to respond. Shortly after its release in 2016,
Yeah, you know, the powerful people don't really like when it's a bit too real.
the 1979 revolution was officially banned in Iran. The government accused the game of spreading anti-regime propaganda, distorting history, and fueling Western narratives about the revolution. To them, it wasn't a game, it was a direct attack. Iran's National Foundation for Computer Games, the country's top regulatory body for video games, issued a statement condemning 1979 revolution. They claimed that the game was developed as part of a wider effort to damage the country's image and misrepresent the past. According to them, the revolution was a people's movement, not the chaotic and brutal struggle depicted in the game. The
Yeah, sure.
government-controlled media called the game hostile.
When you make a game from a source of passion and truth, it will be good. Indeed.
Branded its
Indeed.
creator, Navid Konsari, a traitor. The ban wasn't just about
So that means the game portrays reality very well. Indeed, yeah.
protecting the government's version of events. It was part of a much
Nobody cared about, you know, the stuff where you are alone in the mountain, you know. Nobody were like, this is too real, we need to ban this game. This is too controversial. Because it was fake.
larger pattern of censorship in Iran. Since the revolution, the government has strictly
Oh my
controlled
God.
how history is taught and remembered. Certain events like
Oh my
Black
God.
Friday are rarely discussed in detail. Stories about human rights abuses under the Shah's rule are well documented, but the darker sides of the revolution itself,
Oh,
the mass
shoot.
executions, the political
Fire in the car.
purges, are often left out of state-approved history. Konsari, the creator of the game, who had worked on massive franchises like GTA, Max Payne, suddenly found himself on the Iranian government's blacklist, and as a result,
Yeah, GTA, this is too real for Iranian government. Yeah, we can feed it.
has been unable to return to Iran. He expressed concerns about the potential dangers he might face if he were to go back, citing Iran's record of arresting individuals without clear cause, particularly journalists. Konsari has
Whoa.
been advised against traveling to Iran due to these risks. And that concludes today's video. If you want something
Oh,
else
we
to
got
watch or listen
flowers
to,
because,
there's a video on screen that YouTube thinks
Flowers
you'll
are
enjoy.
not real? Or maybe flowers are... Stop. Stop. We are not continuing with this right now, especially not something with friends. Not now, not tonight. I just need to blow my nose and we will dive into the bonus video of tonight. Give me a second. You know what? I'm feeling like the headphone will not make it. It will not like live the whole night. It will be dead forever. It will be dead forever. Which is a shame. It lasts for like 9 years? Yeah, I got it for 9 years. Can you imagine? I was happy to have this one. And even in this state, I'm not sure if I want to get rid of it because, yeah. You know, it got a certain value. So now we can get to the money industry video. So thanks for sharing it. I don't know if you're in chat anymore, but you send it, it's there. I will show it. I will watch it. I mean it. When I'm saying something, I mean it. Just that sometimes it's, well, taking times. Sorry. I'm doing things in order. Could have been worse, you know. I could have like doing the videos in the order of everything, you know, like a queue. You are just doing boom, everything, and after that you're taking more. But no. We are going into this. And this is brain rot. I'm kind of curious, and also it could be very, very short. Let's go. Let's go.
What's worse, stock market crash or divorce?
A stock market crash, because imagine you lose half your money and your wife is still around.
This motherfucker.
Why aren't there strong Olympians in Mexico?
Because everyone who can run, jump, or swim already made it to the US.
Oh my fucking god. Is it like prepared or what? Because yeah.
Hey man, quick question for a street interview. You down? Sure.
Hey, this is the same guy. What the fuck? He's the same dude.
Alright, what do sharks and people have in common?
Maybe the great ones are white? What's the biggest
What?
downfall of modern men?
The biggest downfall, I would say, is
You know, it's looking like it's... Is it made by AI or something like that? Because it could be, right? Or maybe it's not, but when I'm seeing everything there and, you know, the blurry eye like that... give me a second there. I'm pretty sure this is AI, isn't it? I mean, it doesn't change, like, the speech or the brain rot.
after making it in life, they like to eat with women they have never starved.
Oh, look at that!
Downfall,
Look
I would
at
say,
the hand
after
here.
making it in life, they like to eat with women
Whoop. Look. What the heck?
they have never
No, but the first one, don't get me wrong, you know, AI is getting crazy with the quality. But first one, okay, it could have been real, not gonna lie. Second one, something was a bit fishy. The third one, just the same guy. The previous one, okay, totally weird. But here, this location, this is not existing. So yeah, AI. But still, you know, this is still very impressive, extremely impressive.
starved with.
What do you call a black man without
Oh shoot, I should remove this fucking cursor out of the screen. What are you doing half naked? And you know, they are like brothers.
no arms and no legs?
I'll go with restraining order.
What?
Arms and no
I didn't listen.
Eat with women they have never starved with.
What do you call a black man without no arms and no legs?
I'll go with restraining order.
Okay.
Why do American girls let you touch their clit but not their phone?
Because the phone is personal.
Okay, this AI is getting out of hand here.
Who are the fastest readers in the world? 9/11 victims, because they went through 87 stories in 10 seconds.
Oh
Why
shit.
our generation is so cooked?
Oh shit, what the fuck is that? We got the boobers, but yeah, that's so weird.
I mean,
And I haven't listened now, so I need to focus. Focus, okay.
Generation is so cooked.
I mean, look at us.
Yeah, sure.
Do you think
This AI is brutal.
swine flu can be transmitted through Mexican tequila?
Don't take the risk. Drink vodka.
Yeah.
Why doesn't a vegan woman scream during orgasm?
Because she can't believe that a piece of meat can bring so much pleasure.
I do what?
Oh shit. Why are there all like boys band stuff? What the heck?
White Americans, when apologizing to black people, kneel on one knee.
Because getting on both knees usually means giving a blowjob, and that's the next step.
Why has the Chinese government always been and remains of the people?
Because we still haven't managed to squint our eyes.
What? What did he
That's
said?
the next step.
Why has the Chinese government always been and remains of the people?
Because we still haven't managed to squint our eyes.
He's not Chinese. What the fuck?
Because we still haven't managed.
But you know, once again, this is still very impressive. You know, everything's AI, but this is very lively, you know, and there is only a few mistakes made by the program. And I'm saying this, but here, you know, the blurriness, the weird blurriness aside, I cannot tell like this is real footage or not. And this is completely this is insane.
Just squint our eyes.
Why are there no good Indian actors? Because the good ones are phone scammers.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's right? Wrong? Ask Kid Boga. Kid Boga know them very well.
Why did 9/11 happen in New York?
Because there are no skyscrapers in Tel Aviv.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
And I like how this is still the same place. Like, you know, this dude is real and staying on one location, but with a different point of view every time. This is impressive.
Skyscraper.
You know, prompting stuff. This is like a new job, and some people are very good at it. This is insane.
Skyscrapers in Tel Aviv.
It's the worst moment in man's history.
1920, when men give women the right to vote.
Why don't communists
You can see this one coming, yeah.
ever play chess?
Because they don't like it when pawns become kings.
Mm-hmm. This is not happening in chess game. This one is a fail. You can become a queen, like you can have several queens when playing chess. That's true. And also, I've met someone in France at some point who was wanting to do the same stuff as you know, the box and chess stuff, like you're boxing, and the moment after you need to play chess, which is weird but real. And the dude wanted to do it, but not with boxing, but with gaming, you know? Like, you play Street Fighter, and after you are playing chess, but the dude was saying cheese. We are doing games and cheese. And all the people around him were like, what are you talking about? We are playing video games and eating cheese? Nobody understood, but because I've seen like one video from I Did a Thing about this topic, I was like, you mean chess, right? He was a bit pissed. But suddenly other people understood, you know?
What will you say to your child when they come
So,
home
yeah.
crying because their best friend was taken by immigration agents at school?
Adios, muchachos.
Because their
What was the plot here?
What will you say to your child when they come home crying because their best friend was taken by immigration agents at school?
Adios, muchachos.
Yeah, why not?
Why do all black people have
You know, the lips, the lips are moving a bit weird here.
nightmares only?
Because the only one who had a dream got shot.
Cool.
Adios.
Once again, I should stop talking through it because this is not very, you know, great.
Muchachos.
Why do all black people have nightmares only?
Because the only one who had a dream got shot.
Oh my god, this one.
What would you prove to an atheist that Allah really existed?
If Allah doesn't exist, then why did the universe start with the Big Bang?
What?
Wow, congratulations. Is it a boy or a girl?
Oh, the eyes are so cursed. Look at that.
Wow.
She's looking like Palpatine.
Congratulations. Is it a boy or a girl?
Allahu Akbar, it's a bomb.
Typical journalist reaction, yeah. What an end. What an end. This Google Veo 3 AI, still very impressive. Yeah, indeed. And I'm kind of impressed by the speech you can put in it. Like, you know, there is like sexist and racist stuff. And, you know, most AI are like you know, calibrated to not do stuff like that. So impressive to make an AI do this kind of thing. Very, very impressive. So thanks Demoni Industry for this video. Is there more? Or there is like almost only shorts? Oh my fucking god. Oh, this is so cursed. Oh, this is cursed. What? Oh, this is cursed. Oh shit! Counter-Strike with, you know. Okay. Let me know if you are seeing this maybe later. Let me know if you want me to check more stuff. I will. Just that if I'm starting something, well, I finish it. Oh, big booty twerking. Oh my god. Oh my god. What do we have there? I guess the brain rot is real, controlled by alien. Alien. I cannot talk anymore. Oh my god. Oh shit! The Queen of England! There could be like interesting stuff, but I'm not feeling like going through shorts one by one. This is oh shit, the good boy. A bit too tedious. But you know, compilation, I'm okay with compilation. If you got more compilation, Demoni, let me know. Let me know, come back anytime you want. I will watch. I will watch. Just doing stuff in order. So yeah, very, very nice, very cool. So many videos. This is insane. This is insane. Oh my god. I'm feeling like I'm seeing weird things. Oh shit. I'm at the end. I'm at the end. That face, yes. They are so sick. We got the bang, I guess. Oh shoot, we got the I'm not a human stuff. Nice. Only 20 views. That's weird. You know, some videos got like 1K and some got like almost nothing. I don't really understand how people are clicking, you know. If you're clicking from something from someone you like, most of the time you are watching everything, right? I don't understand how the algorithm is working, so yeah. It was cool, it was funny, good AI there. Good AI, and once again, you know, the first ones, they were, they were like very real, which is very crazy in my opinion. That's very crazy. So yeah. Yes, thanks for that, Demoni. Thanks for that. That said, I don't know if I should continue for tonight or if I should keep more for next time, because I'm seeing some that are a bit more, you know, shorter than the other ones. Like, you know, we could do a combo with all the ones that are under 20 minutes, because I'm feeling like for them, this could be like almost 2 hours and a half of content. And since it's shorter, if, you know, viewers, if some people are coming and want to share something I could watch, it's easier to put them in between without people getting pissed because I'm not clicking first. Sorry once again. I do what I can. So yeah, next time I guess we will go for the short ones. Could be easier to manage the time. One more. What do you want, Vlad? The Ferrero stuff? Bigger than you know? Because I'm feeling like this one could be like going on forever. And this one, you know, it's like this here. I would like to keep them alive. You never know. You never know. But if you want one more, why not? I mean, you're the one making this this playlist anyway. So no, not anyway. Well, that's true anyway. I'm losing my English. Oh shit, Microsoft. Disgusting. The company, man.
Ferrero, I would argue, might just be the most overlooked consumer food company.
Twingo. Twingo, this is French, I guess. But Twingo is not a French word. I don't know what that means. Like a twin and it's going. Like you need to have a twin to buy the car. I don't know.
Recognize that name from the iconic Ferrero Rocher.
Ooh, they are so good. Good chocolate. I mean, bad for your health, like extremely bad, because, you know, this is processed chocolate. This is disgusting, but they are extremely yummy. Sorry.
Chocolate candies, you know, the round ones wrapped in gold foil that always seem to pop up around Christmas time each year. When I was younger, the
Twingo video was referring. Oh, shit. Well, I clicked like the shortest one, sorry.
Those commercials made me think that it was
because of the delay, you know, I'm maybe going a bit too fast every time I'm speaking. I don't know. I need to make like fast choices because otherwise everyone will die while watching this. Do you think people are watching this until this point without finding these moments at random?
classiest foods that you could possibly consume with that pyramid of them.
I do remember like French dudes, French TV guys making like fun of this advertisement, like because you know everyone was talking in different language, so you need subtitles, and you can make say anything to the subtitles, and it was going like, oh wow, this smells like shit, you know.
Around at that fancy party. Those are in fact an original creation of the Ferrero company, introduced in the 1980s.
That was real, by the way.
Decades after the company was already well established. It started out in the 1940s as a modest bakery in a
Ferrero Rocher. And because of this, with friends, when we were making videos on our own as teenagers, I've played a character called Professor Ferrero Rocher. I was the professor of Ferrero at some point, and maybe one day, if I remember, I will show you. I will show you that. Or maybe I've done it already. I'm not sure.
Alba in the Piedmont region of Italy, and has since
But
grown
yeah.
into the third largest confectionery company in the world. Right now, I just want you to stop and think for a second about any brand that you might associate with Ferrero, maybe something you heard about in the news or saw in a grocery store. Well, looking at that list you constructed, you might be surprised to hear that Ferrero Group has annual sales of over $20 billion.
Wow, cool. Still very far away from the France bill, you know, going like 3,000 billion.
Stemming from dozens of recognizable brands that you may not
All of the Kinder products. Wait, what? Kaguchi acting.
realize are made by Ferrero, given the fact that
No, not now. Not now, because people with no scar are just dead.
the vast majority of them do not use that word in their name. So for this video, my goal is to help you understand the extent of this company by outlining some of the more popular brands that are associated with it. From the beginning, Ferrero has been owned and operated by members of the Ferrero family, which
Ooh, the Ferrero family. I'm not part of it, by the way, but still playing the professor. I hope they will not kill me now.
probably the most significant.
Because, you know, Italian, mafia, stuff like that, the family, this is important. I know, because some part of my family is Italian. Not by blood directly, but, you know, they are.
Member being Michele Ferrero. He has commonly been referred to as the real-life Willy Wonka, and I cannot imagine any other
Ooh. Yeah, you can see in the eyes, they got something. Also, this dude, like, for me, this is the real Willy Wonka, you know, the first movie from very before my birth. Very good movie. I loved it
more like that
a lot.
character. He was always extremely secretive when it came to the ingredients.
Oh yeah, because you know, to have liquid chocolate, you need to do liquid stuff. Sometime in the future, you must show this video of you, the real Wonka. I will. I will, but I did it already. I showed you some, right? Was it on stream or was it just on Discord? Huh. I found a lot of them, by the way, so at some point I could do it. You know, it could be like an old video reaction from my old self. Do you know the Wonka factories in Munich? I think I've knew that at some point because I've been watching some stuff. Maybe, you know, from game series or film series. I guess they were the ones who did this. Yeah, I guess I already had this information somewhere in my brain, you know, like very far away. The exterior when Wonka first shows up. Huh, interesting. Interesting. But I will forget again. I did it once, I can do it twice.
The recipes and the processes used to make the products. He would almost always wear sunglasses in public and almost never agree to
Sunglasses, just like in, you know, Horatio Kane. This is for the aura maxing.
interviews. His father was the one who started that bakery, and
I love how they're showing pizza stuff in the background, talking about bakeries, and we are talking about chocolate. Chocolate pizza. This could be interesting.
jump-started the company, but it was still mostly a local operation contained entirely within Italy when Michele took it over at 24 years old after his father's passing.
Wow, 24 years old, starting a business. Can you imagine this in 2025? You are 24 and you got a business, boom, and you are rich. It's happening like for one person in I don't know how many billion.
In 1949. See, following World War II, the price of chocolate in Italy was through the roof, to a point where most people could not afford it and would only eat it maybe for special occasions. So Ferrero started selling this chocolatey hazelnut paste that was much more
yeah,
affordable
hazelnuts.
because expensive chocolate was mixed with the cheaper hazelnuts. It was really thick and dense.
What the fuck is that? Gianduior. I cannot read this word. Giant Bojot. Eh? Bodot. Giant Dojot.
And sold as a loaf that people would have to cut with a knife.
There's a place serving Nutella pizza with strawberries and strawberry jam. It's so good. Where is this place? Because maybe if we are lucky, they are not closed like right now, you know? Maybe we got time to go there.
But because it was one of the most affordable ways for the people of Italy to eat chocolate, they sold 660 pounds of it within that first year. I think it's interesting that stores in the area would encourage kids to come in with a plain piece of bread so they could add the spread to it for them. In the years following his father's death, Michele altered
Look, this is looking so smooth.
the recipe multiple times, first making it creamier, therefore more spread.
This is looking like very caramelish here.
Then by adding palm oil until ultimately transforming it into the product of
the Nutella with only the end being black. You can go nut yourself now.
Nutella that we all know today. Soon after its formal introduction in Italy in 19...
Fun fact, I don't really like the real Nutella because it's too oily, you know, it's good. I prefer like the off-brands because it's a bit more compact with much less oil and definitely better in my opinion. It's open, yeah. Also, before I forget, you have me. The best tasting Coca-Cola? What do you mean? Coca-Cola is tasting different depending on the countries? Huh? I mean, I'm not drinking Coca-Cola anymore because you know, I'm done with the stuff. But we had at some point we got the Alsace Cola in where I live, and there is also the Bryce Cola, and I'm pretty sure we already talked about this, and they are good. They are better than the true Coca-Cola in my honest opinion. Every country has their recipe. Oh shit.
64, it was sold in
I didn't know that.
starting with Germany and then France before finally reaching the United States.
Una delizia! Das spalmare sul pane. Pane in French, this is fried, you know, fried stuff. Yeah, you can make some fried Nutella. Hey, maybe you can try. Have you tried to fry some Nutella? This could be interesting. Like you are making Nutella balls in the freezer, because you know that way they will stay balls. You are putting this in the frying stuff, you know, and you are putting this in a frying pan and fried Nutella. Oh my god. I have just created a monster.
It's in the 1980s.
Oh no. Some is more fizzy, some more watery. One delicacy to spread on bread. Yeah.
There's
Are you talking about the Coca-Cola yet? Or still?
World Nutella Day promoted by
Ooh, the croissant. You know what? Like the bready, I don't know why it's saying be ready. I hope you are ready. But bready, and this is not feeling like bread at all. Like it's extremely dry and, you know, a bit too crunchy for being bread. I hate this one. It's disgusting. And this one, I'm feeling like the same. The croissant will be like dry and, you know, not good anymore. But I'm okay with the muffin. I'm okay with the biscuits and the go. They are good. Italian Nutella is the best. Oh, you was translating what I read in Italian. Oh shit. Okay. I don't understand Italian, so I'm reading stuff that I don't understand. You can make me read anything you want like that.
the company helping its popularity in the US, and there have been countless other products that have been
Oh my
utilized
god.
brands, such as Nutella and Go, introduced in 2012.
Oh yeah.
Today, Ferrero produces
Oh yeah.
over 700 million pounds of Nutella.
I prefer the one with the small balls, you know? You dip your stick into the nut, and after you put your stick into the balls. And after that you eat the balls on the stick. It's good. It's good. But you know, maybe it's in some sort of allegory. You know, your stick. This is the stick. You are putting it in the nut, which is the poop, the poo poo. And after the poo poo, you're dipping the balls in it. After it, you eat everything. I should stop.
Nutella each year. However, it only accounts for an estimated 20% of the company's total sales. I think this whole story is impressive because trust me when
Oh
I say
shoot. You know it's getting serious when you got the zoom on the face.
that it is not
If you can call this a face, by the way.
incredibly common for a massive brand like this to still be owned by the company who created it over 60 years later. Another impressive, because trust me when I say that it is not incredibly common for a massive brand like this to still be owned by the company who created it over 60 years later.
I'm hearing stuff. This is so weird.
Another massive brand created by Ferrero is Kinder.
Oh yeah. Kinder. This means kid. In German, I guess. Just eat a Kinder.
The chocolate that was introduced in 1968 specifically intended for children, with the word Kinder meaning children in German. 6 years
Because it is made out of children's, which is why the Kinder Surprise are prohibited in USA.
later, they were inspired by Italian Easter traditions when they introduced the Kinder Surprise, a chocolate egg with a surprise
Surprise! That's a bomb.
toy inside. However, this product is legally not available in the United States, stemming back to an act that was passed in the 1930s that essentially bans non-food products being placed within food products. But in 2018,
Oh,
they
shit.
did introduce Kinder Joy in the United States, a somewhat similar product, but the candy and the toy are separated into two separate halves.
This one is so weird. You know, it's looking like it could be creamy and all. But yeah, when it's like at room temperature, yeah, this stuff is weird, not gonna lie. I missed chat. Oh shit. Those Nutella products from the right are the best. Yeah. Trust me, the croissant Nutella is amazing. I never eaten them, but you know, I'm feeling like processed croissant could be a bit weird. You like surprise and joy. I do prefer surprise over joy, because I don't like being happy anyway. And you know, this is a bit looking like a cell, you know. You got the you got the core and you got the cell and you are eating like the cell like a motherfucker virus. You are the virus eating the cell. And also I'm feeling like a bit scammed because this is half empty. Look the height difference. Like everything here, this is empty. This is just dry air. And the chocolate there, you barely got something. I'm not okay with this one. Joy is kinda the same to the hippo. What? What do you mean? The same to the hippo? You got one croissant in your freezer. Hey, that's cool. I have known. You got more croissant than me. I know what you say about processed, but it's very good. Okay. Joy had more white filling. Yeah, the white filling. I see what you mean. Now it's so little. Yeah.
Today,
You know, you need to make cuts in the money.
Kinder claims to be the second largest chocolate brand in the world, sold in almost every country. And yet another brand created by Ferrero that you might not expect is Tic Tac.
Oh shit, Tic Tac is made by Ferrero? There is no chocolate in it.
United States, starting off with the classic mint flavor before introducing orange 5 years later, followed by all sorts of others.
Spin!
I think we can all agree that it is by far the noisiest mint rattling around in that container. It is even named after that noise that it makes.
Yeah.
Personally, it always reminds me of that Seinfeld episode where everyone at Elaine's office is annoyed by the sound of that guy walking around with them, and I think that helps prove that the 1.5 calorie mint just made its way into American culture, being featured prominently in various TV shows and movies.
Ooh.
We can see that Michele Ferrero was able to lead this company into an internet.
Can you imagine having the magical I forgot. I know the name of this, but I completely forgot. The candles. Can you imagine magic candles? By the time he's going like at the end, all the first ones are already lit up again, and he cannot stop until they are all blown up. The guy will be dead before the end.
Creations, a hazelnut cocoa spread, a mint, and 2 separate brands of chocolates for kids and adults.
Oh yeah, when I'm hearing stuff for adults, I'm thinking of porn. So maybe Ferrero Rocher, this is porn for adults. This is porn chocolate.
In 2015, Michele Ferrero passed away at 89 years old. Oddly enough, it was on Valentine's Day. According to Forbes, his net worth at the time was $26.5 billion, making him the richest person in Italy, the 22nd richest person in the world. He had already given up control of the company to his 2 sons in the 1990s, one of which passed away in a bicycle accident.
Son of a billionaire. Not something else, okay?
In 2011, but Michele always had a major influence over the decision making. At this point in the video,
I'm eating my hairs because they are being pushed because of the
opposed to purchasing already established ones.
The headphone getting broken.
Throughout his lifetime, Ferrero never made any major brand acquisitions. The closest he came was expressing interest in purchasing the British candy company Cadbury in 2009,
Cadbury.
but he ultimately decided against even placing a bid for it because it would have required putting his company into too much debt. And we can understand where he's coming from because Cadbury was acquired by Kraft a few months later for almost $20 billion. Well, only a few months after he died, Ferrero made their first major brand acquisition when they bought a different British chocolate maker called Thornton's for...
What a name. How do you say that? Thornton's. He said Thornton. Thornton's. Like, he've ate? I'm not sure. but all the letters, it's going through.
$177 million.
Through.
Even though that price was less than
I don't know this brand.
1% of what it would have cost to buy Cadbury, it represented a
Tastes of the nation. I'm not from England, so that makes sense, I guess. Head explosion? There's the Kinder Hippo chocolate with those joy balls. What a sentence to read. Do you want to see my joy balls? I'm not a hippo, by the way, but yeah. Dolphins.
change in strategy. This right here is the first of 8 major acquisitions Ferrero has made in the decade following McKaylee's passing that have more than doubled the company's revenue over that time. So, for the rest of this video,
They
I
are so
want to
big.
outline the rest of
The Leprechaun. Oh, key Ferrero Group acquisition. This is looking like a PowerPoint, you know. You can see the crust everywhere. What is happening with this
these
picture here?
In 2017, they spent $115 million.
That's
to buy
weird.
The, American
The compression
chocolate
isn't right
brand
here.
That also included 79 Fannie Mae retail stores.
Oh shit. Fannie Mae. If you are reading Fannie with with a Y, it's a completely different word. That's a French name in France, but those people, I hope for them, they will never go into England or America because if they said their name, you know, those girls, they will have problems.
Throughout the Chicagoland area. At the time of that deal, the head of Ferrero said the United States represents an important market with a high growth potential for Ferrero, and we are excited to support the development of a great American brand.
You know, the funny, lol. Yeah. I know some girls called like that. I'm not sure they are aware of, you know, this small piece of knowledge, you know, internet knowledge.
Truthfully,
That's very
exact statement
specific,
could
but yeah.
apply perfectly to the rest of the acquisitions on my list. Their pattern has been to seek.
Do you think? You think? Think again. And be kind.
Got well-known, well-established
Ooh, the
American
Fruit
brands
Loops and the Frosted Flakes, which are just called Frosties in France. I don't know why.
that are not necessarily grown.
I don't know
but
why.
provides
Because, you know, the Fruit Loop, it's Fruit Loop. Fruit Loops. Fruit Loops. This is the same. And Cheerios are Cheerios.
stable, consistent
Yeah.
sales. Later in that same
And the Special K is, you know, Special K. Like everywhere in the world.
year, it is a bit confusing to say, but Ferrero acquired Ferrara, yet another
It's like the female version.
American candy company, but
This is sounding like Ferrara. This is porn.
this time they specialized in non-chocolate confections with brands like
Oh,
Rock-
candy porn, candy corn. Oh shit. Apparently those ones are like disgusting, but also very, very, very cheap. And all the US kids are only getting this for Halloween.
Rock's Trolley Gold.
Poor children's. Oh, made with real joy, real lemon juice. Oh shit, the lemon. Lemonade. The lemonade.
Favorite Lemonheads. The following year, they made a
Lemonade.
considerably larger acquisition.
Maybe they are cool, you know, this could be nice to have
They
lemonade.
spent $2.8 billion to buy the U.S. candy business from Nestle, which
Oh,
included some of
shit.
the most popular chocolate brands like Butterfinger and Crunch.
They got
along with
Nestle?
some non-chocolate candies.
Yeah, I'm saying Nestle because, you know, there's the A. So it's not Nestle, it's Nestle. And you are not pronouncing the T. I don't know why.
Like Nerds and Laffy Taffy. Ironically, this deal also
Yeah,
included
Wonka.
Wonka, which, if you remember, McKaylee Ferrero
They made like real Wonka chocolate at some point, right? You can buy some somewhere. Maybe that's them, I guess.
The acquisition made Ferrero the third largest chocolate company in the United States and in the world. Shortly after, it was big news when they altered the Butterfinger recipe, so they've been trying to reignite some of these older brands.
Who is called Butterfinger, by the way? This is disgusting.
Have forgotten about. Next up on the list, in 2019, they bought Keebler for $1.3 billion. 18 years earlier, Kellogg had bought it for 3 times as much. So yet
Kellogg's
another
agrees to
well-known
buy
brand
Keebler
not
foods.
exactly growing. Aside from
Ooh.
all of the Keebler cookies and pie crust that you would expect, the deal also included the cookie brand Famous Amos and
What is this name? The Famous Anus. No. No. The Famous Anus.
all of those newly added brands combined for 900 million.
You know, at some point, I guess some of them had to do this on purpose. I'm not seeing this happening, you know, otherwise. The Famous Anus.
Dollars in sales the previous
And
year.
this is
Continuing
getting
on
out
the
of hand.
list, in
I'm losing
2022,
my shit.
Ferrero acquired
I'm losing my
Press
ears.
Enterprises. This time, maybe even a little further outside of what you would expect, considering they were the country's largest family-owned and managed ice cream maker from
Ooh, ice cream with chocolate in it.
producing over
But this one is looking like half, you know, my brain is cheese now. Half melted. I will make it, I swear. This ice cream feels half melted, and the half melted ice cream, no. It's like, you know, it's at room temperature, and it's not feeling the same.
200 million gallons of ice cream each year. Some of the brands they acquired in this deal include Blue Bunny,
Blue
Bomb
Bunny.
Pop, and Halo Top. The
It's been a long time since I got ice creams like that.
following year, they
I
acquired
want some.
Jelly Belly, which produces about 15.
Oh shoot, the Jelly Belly. You know, there is some Japanese advertisement about the Jelly Belly. Don't watch them alone. Just saying, don't watch them alone. You will have nightmares.
Jelly beans each year. I mean, between the Kinder brand, Brock's, and now Jelly Belly, Ferrero is really making their presence known.
Oh
at
shoot.
Easter. And
We got real bunnies.
for all of this,
Cool.
believe it or not, Ferrero's biggest acquisition happened in 2025 when they
Ooh.
bought WK
You know.
Kellogg for $3.1 billion. Now,
WK, like it's Wonking Kellogg. This sounds wrong. The Wonk King Kellogg.
now a little background here.
I'm making up stuff, I'm sorry. This could be annoying for a lot of people, I guess. But the Wonking King Kellogg, this is cool when you know how Kellogg started to brand their stuff, you know? It was made for childs to stop, well, stopping wonking. And now, everyone is eating cereals and still wonking, so they are the Wonking King Kellogg.
Kellogg, a company that I think most of us know for all of those classic breakfast cereals like Fruit Loops, Rice Krispies, Frosted Flakes. Well,
Plot twist. The Fruit Loops. This is drugs.
they had expanded into a much more diverse
Cheesy cheese Pringle, yeah.
food company that also included a bunch of
But I kinda hate seeing a can that small. It's feeling like a huge scam, not gonna lie.
snack brands like Cheez-Its and Pringles. In 2023, Kellogg essentially split.
Cheez-It! Sorry, I got like some flashbacks and recollection from what's the name? It's not David Blaine. No, I guess it's David Blaine. Oh my god, it's David Blaine! And they was part with Cheez-It.
A snack company and a cereal company. In 2024, competing candy company Mars made a massive deal to acquire the snack company, and then the following year,
Who is that? Kellanova? Who is Kellanova?
made a massive deal to acquire the
Kellanova, the snack maker.
snack company, and then the following year, Ferrero made a deal to acquire the cereal.
The Wonk King Kellogg. You know, every time this is Kellogg's with the S, so just watching Kellogg, it's feeling like you just got one cereal in the packet, you know. You got one Kellogg.
Ferrero will now
The biggest scam ever, you know.
possess all of those iconic cereal brands. So just looking back at this list, we can see how
Oh,
Ferrero has
shit.
been aggressively expanding into the US market while simultaneously
This is
expanding
crazy.
into new areas that are getting further and further away from the chocolates and the other categories that characterized them for so long before this. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about Ferrero? Do you agree with their shift in strategy with their
What
new
I
approach
think this is I don't know.
to grow a bigger presence in the US, or do you think that they're moving a little fast and moving too far outside of their comfort zone?
Just look
Or do you think that they're
at the
moving a little
bowl
fast
here.
and moving
Like the milk is not moving, the cereals are not getting into the bowl, you know, nothing is there. This is fake milk, this is human milk, this is man milk. Which is why she's happy, you know, and this is why Kellogg's is like the wonk king, because, you know, you are not putting the cereals into milk. I mean, at least not the one you think about. The same, look, this glass of milk is so fake. It's so fake that you can see that the milk is not straight. It's not making a straight line like all liquids should make a straight line because they are liquids and, you know, affected by gravity. But this one, maybe this is candle wax. I'm not sure. CGI milk, maybe, but maybe it's candle wax, I guess. Or maybe better, this is CGI candle wax, just to be sure. Maybe the girl was lactose intolerant, and because of this, they needed to replace everything, and also banana for scale, because, you know, you always need a banana for scale. Or maybe it was for something else. We never know.
too far outside of their comfort zone? I have to think that Michele Ferrero would
Maybe it was AI.
probably be
Oh, you can see who is part of the family here. They all got the sunglasses. Well, half sunglasses, like, you know, she's not really from the family, she's the wife, so she's a bit a part of it.
handling things a little differently if he were still around. So, what do you think?
Yeah.
And finally, was I right in my assumption that Ferrero is
Oh, the
bigger
nut.
than you realized? Which
Or maybe, you know, in the glass of milk, it wasn't milk, it was white nut. Because here you can see the Nutella is not like a liquid, because, you know, it's not making a straight line. So maybe it was white Nutella in the glass. Hey, this could be an idea at some point. I'm pretty sure they can do it. You are putting some chemical stuff and suddenly it goes white, and people will go crazy with it because, you know, it's white. Okay, they should make it black. Maybe people will go even crazier about it. I don't know.
my assumption that Ferrero is bigger than you realized. Which of these brands did you know about, and which ones caught you by surprise? And any other thoughts you have about Ferrero?
Now they use AI. You have catched a small glimpse of an ad on TV using AI voice and translation. We're cooked. Oh shit. In the future, no more actors for commercials. Yeah. Which means less money to spend and more money to get.
Leave them
Yeah,
in the
I can see this happening.
I'd like to hear what you have to say.
That noise. That's the noise.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah, that's the noise. Don't avoid the noid. No, wait, this is the opposite. I'm the noid, by the way.
This is a 54
Stop! That's this dude! Sorry. Next time, guy. Next time. Because, yeah. We got spoiled here, okay? We got spoiled. This will be for next time. Don't miss the show. Don't miss the show. Oh my god. I know what video we are watching first next time. I know now. So yeah. Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. Yes, we are cooked. That's true, that's for sure. Nothing we can do about that. But yeah, good videos. I had fun. They were nice. They were nice. And as always, you know, when I got nice stuff, I'm like, completely empty. And because of this, I don't know how to continue. But yeah, I had fun anyway, or nonetheless. There is too many expression. I'm already using the same one, always using the same one, and pardon my French. So yeah, that was cool, that was nice. Thanks for this selection, Vlad. Thanks for participating, Dimoni. I really appreciate that. I hope you will see this reaction later. I hope you will not get pissed, or maybe you will like it. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you and Vlad will meet each other again somewhere else, because apparently you are knowing each other, which is cool. Very nice. And I don't know, maybe we should have music? That's music. Cave music, apparently. That video first next time, yeah. Yeah. I'm very happy if you had fun, because that's the goal of my streams and videos. I mean, you know, I'm not the one choosing if people are liking or not. So, yeah. Power-up music, maybe later. So, yeah. I need to come back from all of those video dimension, because there was a lot here. That was kind of crazy too, and I'm feeling like my nose is starting to leak. So I will not take too much time to finish this, because you don't have to get the final blow tonight. It will be for my girlfriend. Anyway. You left the game in recommendations. Ooh, nice. You already got it? Cool. Also, the happy hippo in food. I still don't know what the fuck is the hippo. Oh, you mean the hippo that was in the Kinder brand at some point, like in the 90s, like the blue hippo? The blue hippo? Food and cook. What the fuck is that? The happy hippo cacao. I don't know this one. They are looking kind of okay. And they look like full of cacao. Cacao. Okay, sure. That's weird. What do you mean you did not have them? I do not have them. I don't know. I never seen them. And yet, you know, it's Christmas is nearby, and there is like a full range of Kinder stuff and products in all the malls. I'm like, wow. And I'm not seeing the happy hippo. So I don't know. I don't know. It was 3 balls stuck together to make a hippo. Yeah. I'm okay with 3 balls. That's a bit too much in my opinion, but that's okay. It was basically the Kinder Joy ball. Oh, but without the toy. No toy, no joy. That's easy. That's easy. No joy, no toy. Nothing you can do about it. Oh, Chernobylite. It's there, the complete edition. Okay, I will check that. I will go through and we'll have a look at some point. I will need some friends to get this game. Maybe. We will see. We will see anyway. What kind of toy? I don't know. The Joy toy. Ask your girlfriend. I don't know. I don't know. But we all got a Joy toy, I guess. Oh, that's weird said like that. Never mind, okay, I haven't said anything. It's fine. It's alright. Anyway, have a good day, have a good night, everything in between. Don't use your Joy Toy too much. Take care of yourself, take care of your Joy Toy relatives, take care of your surroundings, Joy Toy, and eat Kellogg, just one. No Kellogg's, just one Kellogg. And you should be alright. You know what? I guess it is time for me to grab, like, a dessert. Yum, 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 yum. Anyway, I will see you next time. Bye-bye, everyone.